You live all the way up until noon Eastern time, 9 o'clock Pacific. If you're listening on the podcast, we appreciate you doing so. And you can follow along on YouTube at 2ProsFSR. That's at 2ProsFSR, as we are off and running here on this fine day, the final day of the month of June. And a lot of celebrating.
Cause for celebration. That's right.
Yeah. But
almost the fourth.
No bigger celebration, and nobody represents the month more than the birthday boy himself, the one and only LaVar Arrington.
Right. LaVar Arrington.
LaVar Arrington. LaVar Arrington, happy birthday. Woo! We got any music, any pageantry for the great LaVar Arrington as we can celebrate?
Thanks, guys.
As we've got a live studio band. I know a lot of people are thinking, oh, God, don't have a live studio band. My ass.
Yeah, we do.
We got one here.
We paid for it.
And we've all chipped in, and so the live studio band is tuning the instruments.
Okay.
And they are getting ready to go here. They want to make sure that this sounds as phenomenal as possible here on this Tuesday morning, June the 30th, for a college football Hall of Famer, first-round pick, our good friend, co-host, a man who tears it down with us every single weekday morning here on the show. And so this studio band is just getting ready to go. And
they're setting up.
They have got it all tuned in. I can see him over there right there. I'm looking at it right now. We got one guy who's all dressed up. We've got party hats and party favors in the other studio. And so here we go. So this
we don't have any happy birthday in the system.
I like this one.
Okay.
Yeah. Come on. Yeah.
So
yeah. It's my birthday. Come on. I'm getting old. Yeah. That's right. Come on.
Okay.
That's right. Come on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on. Yeah.
We are here. And Any big plans? You gonna go out and just get sawed off later on today? What are we thinking?
We're back to normal tomorrow.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna go get sleep.
Man's land.
Make sure I try to get a couple hours of sleep. Last 2 days have been amazing, though. I will say that. Was actually able to stay up. I watched some TV, watched some documentaries. I caught the latest edition of Love Allen. Shouts out to Love Allen. You know, I watched some documentaries on.
That's how we feel about Love Island.
I watched oh no.
Well, we got what are you watching coming up later on in the show? So you want to save anything?
Oh yeah. Yeah, buddy.
Because you run the you go in all different directions when it comes.
I went in some different directions last night.
Yeah. Now it's not all good news.
It ain't all bad either.
For anybody who's
it just ain't great.
For anybody who's been listening to our show, there's a little bit of a wager that was put on involving what's this gal's name?
We're heading into July.
What is this gal? Oh, Diana Russini. I don't know if you guys are familiar with.
Though. It's such flimsy stuff.
I don't know if you guys are familiar with that story, but. Basically, there was a bet that was placed that LaVar felt like it would still be a story, come week one? I think it was week one we set the start date.
By season.
By the start of the season. Brady and I were on the other side thinking, this thing is going to die on the vine here at some point during the offseason or during the summer. But then, periodically little things will trickle out. The one that trickled out last week was this report that that Diana Russini, in order to get out of a ticket, FaceTimed the head coach of the Cops' favorite team just to prove what she did for a living and to use that as some sort of a play to get out of this ticket. She talked about it as much, I believe, with Stu Gotts of Fox Sports Radio and sort of told the story. And, I had to do it. It worked, got out of the ticket. As it turns out, that didn't happen. That did not happen. In fact, what did happen was the body cam footage of the encounter was released yesterday. And so because of that, we now have what really went down. There was no FaceTime. There was no conversation with the head coach putting the cop on FaceTime to let her out of the ticket. Instead, it sounded a little something like this.
So, you're not going to care. I'm an NFL reporter, and I just broke that Sean McDermott got fired from the Bills, and that is what I was just sending a tweet. I was going to pull over because I have to make calls.
Okay.
I know you don't care, but I'm just letting you know my reason why.
Okay.
It was a work thing, and it was an emergency. I cannot believe it. You know who was on the phone with?
Who?
Brian Gable, because he lost the job.
Oh, okay.
So you can make the connection. Are you a fan of Giants or Jets?
I'm not a fan of either, so.
What is your team?
I'm a Vikings fan, unfortunately. Let's see it.
Can you see the name?
Oh my God. KOC?
See what I said? Look what I said to him, though, just now. Go to the bottom.
Oh my God. Wow. Pretty cool.
Dude, I love the Vikings, though. They're awesome. KOC's awesome.
Yeah. He seems like a good
Your
dude.
quarterback sucks, though.
Yeah. So he's got to get it. He's got to fix it. Listen, I'm going to cut you a break on the cell phone. I understand your job requires you to be on the phone a lot.
I know.
Just try to wait till you get home, okay? Yeah, keep me updated with the Vikings, okay? Let me know if KOC's going to get a new quarterback in. Of course. All right, man. Take care.
Kevin O'Connell's got to be like, dude, can I get away from this, please? Like,
I don't want to be a part of this.
like what? Please leave me alone.
Two things. I'll first address the bet. I actually think, LaVar, this is the worst thing for your bet because now we're starting to get to the point where we're getting the low-hanging fruit.
It's gimmicky. Yeah.
And beyond that, I would actually go back and say it takes away even more to her credibility in a couple of ways for me. One, the whole thing's cringe. She sounds cringe, the way she talks, like even in a manner like that, to, however you feel about a player in the NFL, to sit there and say stuff like that, like, come on. You don't need to say that, don't need to do that to get out of the ticket or whatever's happening. The other thing is she lied about it. Like from her own account when she was on Stu Gatz and Company, good friend, obviously, of Fox Sports Radio.
What up, Stu?
Back in February, she's the one that recounted that she got pulled over for texting and driving and asking the officer his favorite NFL team. It follows this entire storyline, and then said she was FaceTiming with an unnamed coach. That was what was reported in the New York Times. But that was coming from her own admission of this in an interview. So what we've come to find out now is not only is she not really even credible about half the crap she says, she has zero integrity for how she was going about reporting it. So this whole thing to me, it's like, if people want to keep reporting on this stuff, whatever. I don't think it makes it to week one, even more so. I'm just done with it. I'm done with the whole thing. I don't care. I don't know that anyone cares anymore. Let the people kind of move on. It's over for me. It's done.
She's just a convivial person, man. Like what's wrong with her being nice and approachable? I mean, it's better than the other. It's better than being a
Well, hold on for a second. Do you think, did you hear what she first said in the beginning of that?
That somebody
a coach who was interested in another job? Do you think that guy who maybe told her that wants that out there?
No, absolutely not. I'm not debating the fact that she was right. I'm just saying she was convivial.
She sounds like a rat.
All.
She sounds like a rat. She sounds like I will show you a text exchange between a coach and myself. I'll tell you about another coach I talked about. I'll tell you about a quarterback that sucks.
Well, that sounds like a lot of people out here these days. That sounds like a lot of people out here.
Yeah, but she's a reporter. She's supposed to not have that approach to try and get out of a ticket.
Well, how do you know what her approach has yielded her as a return?
I have a pretty good idea.
Yeah.
Damn.
I mean,
all I'm saying is I'm not condoning what she did, but people say and do things. I'm sure people have done far worse to get out of tickets. That's all I'll say. I've seen it online before too, and I don't know if it's real or if it was just a thought out bit for the video that was posted, but I've seen people do more to get out of paying tickets.
Couldn't she have just done like what any responsible
That wasn't
adult?
a good bit. That wasn't a good bit. I thought it was.
know,
I thought it was
exactly
a good bit. Should I have said? I've seen people.
I mean,
really going to do this? Would that have been better?
I know. I know exactly. I've heard. But I would say, like, couldn't she have just done the responsible thing and just let him on a high speed chase? Like, at least do that. Like keep some integrity here. Don't rat out your two coaches you're talking to. Talk about a quarterback that sucks.
You didn't have to go into detail, right? Like, you could have been like, "Listen, I'm sorry. I'm a reporter. You know, I there's breaking news. I needed to. I'm just letting you know why I was on my phone. Like, I'm sorry. You're right. You got me. Like, here's my license and registration." If you do, like, I think what's in question and what the true conversation is, because I was being kind of funny about it. I was doing a bit. I mean, because it's so obvious. But I mean, you don't have to be that kind of person. Like, you don't have to throw out there all of that to get it. It's almost as though she gave you that video, gave us an understanding of how she handles things.
Oh yeah.
It's a clarity of okay, now the question becomes, if she's so willing to give that up so quickly in that moment over getting pulled over, then how open and how much does she do in other things? That's ultimately what that brings into question now. And the only reason why it matters is because we do connect it to Sedona, Arizona. That's the only reason why it matters, is that everything that you're going to listen to like this in this manner leads you down the direction of trying to figure out, oh, okay, well, who else was she talking to like this? What else was she willing to do and show to get what she wanted? Because ultimately, that was leverage to get out of a situation that she found herself in. So she's probably doing the same exact things and taking the same exact measures to get to the things and get into the things that she would like to get into. And if it's used correctly, that's fine. If it's used incorrectly and it catches up to you and it gets a hold of you and costs you, it's bad.
Yeah, I do wonder what this does, if this does anything to the J.J. McCarthy dynamic in Minnesota, because he's probably looking around going,
"Wait, hold on.
Like, we're not even at training camp yet. Like, I'm getting it left and right. Like, I don't know. It's like, I don't know what's happening here." And so now I wonder how awkward that conversation, if at all, becomes between him and Kevin O'Connell. And it's just, yeah, it shows you a lot about how she handles things in that situation. It also makes the cop look like a fanboy, like he's going to let her out because she shows him a text exchange between Kevin O'Connell. The police chief had to release a statement and say, well, you know, we allow them to use discretion when it comes to certain things.
Sure they do.
Yeah, but
they always use
of
discretion.
course, but it's also, you know, not great that as long as you have some sort of a text exchange with the guy's favorite team that you're going to, it's just, I think
what does the police chief have to do with that, though? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but he's got to release a statement because people are like, wait a second, is that all it takes to get out of a ticket? Like, you got to know the guy's favorite team's coach. It just, and I wonder if this is.
It doesn't seem that easy to get out of a ticket then, but.
I wonder if this is maybe sort of what Mark Schlereth was alluding to when he's like, I think there's a lot of people nervous about some of this stuff because
of course you know that there's a lot of people nervous, but I think that this further continues things like this, and that's why I think it's just like strategic placement, because this is such a dumb story to come out. To be honest, like, it's so irrelevant.
But it makes it also like the end. But I feel like this is like one of those sitcoms or one of those shows where, remember they went like a season too long. You hated the ending. You're like, all right, now they're just kind of like putting it out there because it makes money or it draws attention. That's what this has become. This has become that bad sitcom soap opera show where we're getting to the end where you're getting the crap that's coming at, and you're like, all right, just actually do your job and write about something else. If anything, if anything, it actually makes the original reporting look lazy because no one actually did the original investigative reporting to see if any of what she said was true. So that's part of the issue with this too, is like, it almost highlights the lack of credibility there is to almost any report on anything that's published nowadays.
And that's the point, I believe, is the spinoff to that series that went a season too long.
Oh, no.
And now,
hold on
there's
now.
a focus.
You are a big like spin-off guy. I don't know many people. Exactly. You're in a minority there, my friend.
I am a big spin-off.
I don't know anyone who loves spin-offs from the original
I
show.
love
That was
Dutton
great.
Ranch.
Here we go.
I love.
Here we go.
Hey, listen, I love Mandalorian.
Hey, can I give credit to?
I love House of Dragons.
Adam,
What are we watching? Come on, don't get me going, man.
Can I give credit? Adam Hurwitz is the guy who found the body cam footage to just sort of let everybody know that everything that she was saying prior to that was a bag of crap.
It's a hit job, though, man.
On her?
Yes, it's a hit.
I feel like it's a hit job on J.J. McCarthy. What do you mean?
Well, he caught a stray.
Yeah, what are we talking about?
He definitely caught a stray, and so did O'Connell.
Don't give yourself a nickname that's just a number. It ends poorly. All right, that's a lesson to everybody out there. Ends poorly.
It's a hit job on Diana Russini, and it's all about her credibility. It's all about questioning her. This has nothing to do with the reason why, right? Like, this does not absolve. This does not make Mike Vrabel like a sympathetic figure. It doesn't take Mike Vrabel. It shouldn't take Mike Vrabel out of the conversation. But this is the first time his name came up in the conversation. Think about it. Like, this TV series is all about the fall of Diana Russini, not the fall of Diana Russini and Mike Vrabel. It's all towards one person.
So the spinoff
is like the king went this way. It's funny because I'm gonna tell you something I was watching last night when we get to that. And
you watch a lot of TV, bro.
I watch a ton. Brady, I make myself aware of as much as I possibly can through social media, through documentaries, and occasionally I like some of the I find some of the things that are on streaming to be entertaining, like cringely entertaining. Like Love Allen is cringely entertaining, but I get it, and for what it's worth, I do it for relatability. Like I can talk to people and relate to them.
You also have kids at that age too, which plays a role.
That plays a lot. UFC plays a major role when they become people to you, and they're not your kids. Like no, don't do that. No, clean that up. When they become, hey, how's your day going? Not so good. Well, what's going on? Let's talk about it. And then they lead off. Yeah, did you see Love Allen? And I can't say I didn't see Love Allen. You don't know if that disconnected you from your kid or not.
Hold on. So I just can't lie. Is what you're telling me is I can't lie to my kids and go, yeah, sweetheart, of course I watched Love Island. What would you take from it?
I would suggest that you don't, for the simple fact that kids love to like quote things and they love to talk about things. And so if you're not in on it with them, then you lose cool points. Like, you become more of a dad and less of a relatable figure that they can open up to. My kids open up to me because I can meet them where they're at. And if it comes from opening up the conversation based off of something that they're all watching on TV, I'm going to watch it. Even if I don't like it, I've watched Spirit. I know the whole season of Spirit. You know who Spirit is? No.
I have no idea.
Spirit, no. Spirit is a horse.
They shut down.
Spirit.
Oh, wait.
Spirit's
I think I know
a horse.
About Spirit. Yeah, I think I know about that. All right.
I know all about. I could tell you all about swiper, don't swipe. I could tell you about Dora.
About that. Yeah.
Like I went through that. I went through that phase, right? So, and if you didn't know,
Spirit,
there's a spinoff like what I'm talking about with Diana Russini with Diego. And Diego he's a builder. Like he builds, but it's the same type of show just for boys. Yeah. I make sure I educate myself on simple things, because if true brilliance is making things simple, not making it complicated. So I watch a lot of different things, and I'm an audio learner. I look at words, but I listen to the books. Like I don't read books. Like I don't sit down and pick up a book and read it. I'll actually throw my headphones on, or I'll throw it on Bluetooth and I'll listen to the book. I actually speechify my documents. Like I work all day, so I type out a ton of stuff. I actually speechify my documents so I can actually listen to my documents. It's interesting, but that's just how I work. I'm an audio guy. I'm audio and visual. So, yeah, I do watch a lot of stuff. That's just how I keep myself relevant, you know. Otherwise, you just turn into a fossil and people can't relate to you, and if they can't relate to you, then you can't relate to them. And that's just simple arithmetic. I don't get done what I need to get done. We're in a people business. We talk to people every day.
Boy, I'll tell you what, man. That 3 hours difference, it makes a difference for y'all. Like that was awesome. That was very
It does make a difference.
Hell yeah.
I'm awake. My brain is still in hibernation when we do the show at 3 a.m.
Yeah, it doesn't matter to me. Every day, Jay. Same old, same old.
So you ain't lying.
That's right.
You're going to get it.
You ain't lying.
Every day. They call him the
vampire
can,
that
man.
you are. The can.
Anyone can get it.
Yeah. He stick his fangs in that can.
Well, oh, son of a bitch. I forgot to give you guys a KNOX update last night. It was a good one, too. That's all right. We'll get him later. Yeah. Like to leave voice notes for the
what?
I know KNOX sports radio update.
Oh
Me and my
yeah,
son,
with
watch,
Drew.
Watch the Cubs games and update them. Never during the losses, only during the wins. That's unfortunate. We'll give you we'll get it to you next time.
Well, okay.
But hey, it's been nice. It's been nice having the Russini story keep us afloat here all the way up until the end of June.
But what if these are just appetizers? Honestly, what if these are just bird crumbs?
Okay, which leads to what?
I don't know, but they generally bring out. If this is spin dip and chips, chip and dip? I mean, is this a barbecue main course? Is this a fine dining main course? Is it like steak filet mignon from Mastro's? Like, what is this? Is this a preliminary for the main events?
I don't know. And
then is there dessert after? How many course meal could this potentially be? Just saying. You just never know, man, because that's how media works. Like that's the cool thing about all of it. It's not cool. Personal stuff like this is not cool to me. Business and entertainment and things happening, in sports and stuff like that. That's cool. But this, I don't wish for it, but it does make sports media interesting.
Hey, it's not my problem. You make bad choices. Hey, you got to live with the results.
Man, we all make bad choices.
Is what it is. Well, don't make
Some
another.
of us make worse ones than others.
Hey, don't make another bad choice. Don't use toilet paper. It's a foul. Brown card issued.
Oh, wow.
Dry TP smears and leaves extra men on the field. Dude wipes are XL wet.
Yeah.
And built to close out the game properly.
Close it out.
Send a free 10-pack to a TP user at dudewipes.com/brown card.
Brown card. Right, I know all about brown cards.
So coming up later on, me too. So coming up later on, we are going to have another edition of In Case You Missed It later on this hour. We are going to have something we do called What Are You Watching? That sounds like it's going to be a fun one in hour 2. The great Pete Prisco is going to stop by. I can't wait to ask Pete if he's ever name dropped to get out of a ticket before. We call that the Russini in the NFL reporting circles. All of it is yours here on this 3-hour extravaganza. It's LaVar Arrington, Brady Quinn, Jonas Knox in for the Dan Patrick Show. Up next, though, right when you thought you had everything figured out, this happened yesterday in the world of sports. We'll get into that for you right here on FSR. But these days when money's tight and you're a little behind, it can be tough to catch up. You might be searching for ways to save, even on things like car and home insurance. Trying to make a comeback, you need the budgetary equivalent of a back nine rally. That's where Liberty Mutual is clutch. They customize your car and home insurance to save you money. When you bundle your car and home, those savings really start to add up, and you can make a comeback for the ages, like sinking a birdie putt on the 18th green. Liberty Mutual is the perfect playing partner, showing up ready to help, going above and beyond to make saving on a car and home insurance feel simple, human, and achievable. No coupons or endless searching, just a team committed to helping you keep more of what matters in your pocket. So instead of chasing deals across the internet, you can feel confident knowing your coverage is customized with savings in mind. Liberty, 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 Liberty. Get a quote at libertymutual.com or with your local independent agent.
Hey, we're Covino and Rich from Fox Sports Radio, and you watch the drivers.
You watch the cars.
But these are the people that make race day happen.
Veterans and military families you've never heard of.
This is Unsung Heroes. Take a look.
Around the track, there are military veterans who never stopped serving, only changed uniforms.
There are definitely similarities between the NASCAR industry and the military.
You have the ability to work as a team. That's a big part of what you learn while you're in the military.
I learned from the military, communication is how to convey the point and still get the mission done.
I learned that it's just adapting on the fly to the situations that are presented during the race.
At NASCAR, veterans help keep the race moving on the track. Across the country, they're answering another call to serve in local communities. Vet the Vote is a national campaign recruiting veterans and military family members to serve again as poll workers in their state and local elections.
It's kind of nice to continue to give back for a better America for our kids and everybody around us.
Learn more and continue your service at vetv.vote/NASCAR.
It's interesting because you start to ask yourself in this context of this conversation, what was Sorsby's experiences at the high school level, at the college level? What were his experiences? Obviously, he was okay with moving around, so there's that. So you got to say there's a question of his sense of not only worth for himself, but the worth of being loyal to your team and to your teammates, and you don't just go to a school. I think, and this should be stated, you don't just go to a school because you like the football team. And if you do go for just that reason, then as you grow as a person, you're supposed to learn the lesson pretty early, pretty quickly. You're supposed to realize and recognize that, hold on, forget about not being bigger than the team. What about not being bigger than your university and the people that go to the school with you, that you go to school with, and what that community represents to you? So to me, it just makes me wonder, where did he go? Where did he miss, or where did something miss for him to allow himself? Because at some point, you got to call a spade a spade. He made the conscious decision of placing the bets multitudes of times. So there was a lack of connection to the sense of reality and accountability and consequence that is connected to those decisions, no matter how anybody wants to frame it or just try to justify it or whatever. There's a disconnect to what we're speaking on with Sorsby, and I just wonder where that may have gone wrong, or what that may be, what the ultimate, kind of conclusion would be drawn from. I would love to hear, now that everything has happened, at some point, I don't know what's going to happen with the PA. I don't think he's going to play. But at some point, it would be nice for somebody to interview Sorsby and just ask him questions like that. I don't want to know about football from Sorsby right now. I would like to understand, what were you thinking? What were you feeling? Like, how were you raised? Like, what was the environment that you were in? Because some of that plays a part. Now, I'm not justifying it, but some of what your environment, like, is there a degenerate gambler in his family? Like,
I just want to know, hey buddy, did you win a bet? Like what were you hot on? Like what UFC event did you crush on that was worth costing you this much money? Like,
you know what I appreciated about Larry Ferrazzani's response? That's the NFL management's general counsel. Is just the manner in which he so matter-of-factly walked through things. He was like, hey, by the way, the league has not held a supplemental draft for years, and we had no plans to do so this year. It's like, yeah, we know you got something going on here, but we're not really concerned about that.
And
then it's like, and by the way, your late and incomplete petition, that's a bit of an issue for us. All right. Dang. And this is only because you just got dropped by the NCAA because you're trying to avoid going through the hoops with all that. It was just so very hey, we're the adults and I don't know what you're doing down here, but that's not gonna work up here, pal.
All right. And I also wonder, and I threw this out there, would an NFL team want to deal with this? Like, would they have wanted to deal with Brendan Sorsby or even deal with the drama? And you had Todd Monken say, look, I don't want to go down that road. And I wonder how many other coaches felt the same way.
The answer is these teams have dealt with worse things. I mean, look, from the standard of the integrity of the game, it's
all the ladies in the place with style and grace. Allow me to lace your lyrical with your.
There have been players who have done
with
things
some
off the
do wipes.
So coaches
it's
have
the Dan Patrick Show here on Fox Sports Radio. LaVar Arrington, Brady Quinn, Jonas Knox with you in for Dan and the guys. Coming up in a little over 15 minutes from now, we are going to have a little something we do called In Case You Missed It. But right now, it's time for the Tire Rack Play of the Day.
A few have been in this position for Paraguay, but he scores! Paraguay have done it! Paraguay have won it! And they booted Germany out of the World Cup!
World Cup on Fox on the call. That is your Tire Rack Play of the Day. For over 40 years, Tire Rack's been helping customers find the right tires for how, what, and where they drive. Shipped fast and free, backed by free road hazard protection with convenient installation options like mobile tire installation. TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be. Couple of big-time upsets in the World Cup yesterday, in which you saw, Brazil almost lost as well, too. That got a little bit closer. At least it was headed to extra time.
Well, Japan led for a good portion of that, and then Brazil finally tied it up, and then obviously won an extra time. But that the Germany-Paraguay match was phenomenal.
Yeah.
I mean, that whole thing back and forth, the goalkeeper for Paraguay deserves a lot of credit, man. I mean, that dude's huge. He's got to be 6'5", 6'6".
Now, what was the key play of the game for him, do you think, as far as
I mean, stopping any PK to me is incredible. I think how close that ball is to the goal and the way these dudes can rip it in there, I was floored. But we were all sitting down and watching as a family, and my dad, who's Chopper's not a big soccer guy, but he kind of looked over me, and maybe it was after a couple of beers or 3 beers. They found it a little more entertaining, but he looked at me. He just goes, "Chops, this is fun. This is a good time right here." I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "You should kind of watch this a little bit more. You'll enjoy it." So.
I was going to say the play of the game was probably him taking the dive when the German player bumped into him near the goal that waved off the late goal.
All right. So clearly, you had money on Germany?
No, I didn't. I didn't bet on that. I don't know why you have to make. What do you think?
You can't have goal interference. It's a rule. It looked like it was close enough. I mean, it
would certainly make sense.
Yeah.
That you would be rooting for Germany.
Why is that?
Well, I don't know. I'm just curious.
Because I like Rammstein? Yeah. What are you getting at there?
I mean, if we're going to do this update, let's do it right. I'm not sure if you guys saw some of the incidents that took place last night Apparently, I believe it was it the Mexican fan base that was lighting off the fireworks, or was it the Ecuadorian?
Oh, I mean, yeah, but that's every. I mean, come on, man. Like
what? That's every what?
So,
go ahead, say it.
Come
say
on,
it.
what are we talking about? That's a Tuesday night. What are we talking about? The in-laws love fireworks.
What Christmas lights up? Don't forget the Christmas lights.
Oh yeah, and nowhere to park. Yeah, man, I'm to listen. Like,
it's a good time though.
Oh,
the point is, last night outside of one of the hotels, there was fireworks going off at 11 p.m. One of the fan bases basically let out where the team was staying, and obviously Ecuador and Mexico square off. So I believe it was actually the Mexican fan base letting them off in front of the Ecuadorian hotel.
Look, it's like,
somebody had PTSD going on too, so they was up in that joint tripping out.
Oh yeah,
like y'all talking about soccer right now. Y'all better chill out with all of them fireworks. Yeah, you hear different. You know the history of fireworks. Yeah, some of this is real to some of us.
So yeah, that game's
Tell me about your father.
I'll say. And then, seeing what happened, obviously, with Morocco winning over Netherlands last night, that was fun. I think we talked about it on our show. PKs are not fair at all. It's really not a fair way to determine the outcome of a game. But I look at it and I go, listen, you had 90 minutes. You had all that extra time.
Yeah, don't let it get there.
If you're really the better team, you gotta take care of business when you have the opportunity, because then it opens up the door to stuff like that happening. Because you can see all of those players when it does go to PKs, they're like, oh God. Like they realize now you're just leaving it in the hands of a guy with an errant shot or a goalie who guesses right, because you can't. And that's all it comes down to is the goalie just has to guess right. Like, where is he going to kick it? There's not enough time for me to make up ground if I miss and go to one side or the other. And so you just see the way this plays out, and it's maybe not the most fair result, but I'm with Chopper, man. I think it's awesome. It's really awesome. Fun to watch.
And even the German goalkeeper, stepped up for the final PK to make it go back into like the sudden death, which was fun. I put myself in the position of a player that if you don't put that thing on net on goal and you just airmail one, that's got to be the most defeating thing ever. Because, half the time, to your point, the goalie's guessing.
Yeah.
So even if you didn't kick it well, there's a 50% chance he's going to go the wrong way. And so all you have to do is put it on net, put it somewhere in the vicinity. And so for these guys who just, whether they sail it over the top, which obviously the German, player did, or, actually it might have been a couple of them, but it's wild to me that sometimes they will not still be able to just put the ball in the net somewhere.
You
or
know
give it a
what's
shot,
wild
give it a
to
chance.
me is I wouldn't have seen it.
Yep.
Like old Chops, if old Chops was hanging out with me, we'd have been watching something different, and we'd have been like
Love Island, probably.
I wouldn't put it on Chops right out
Platoon?
the gate. Not see, but that's like I'm not one to just put things like that, war movies on, because he was.
That's what Chops does, though.
Yeah, I would have went Dutton Ranch. I'd have seen if he liked Dutton Ranch.
He would have watched that.
Yeah, he might have enjoyed Dutton Ranch. It's a good show. It's heating up. They move cattle. Eat steaks, stuff like that. I'm just saying.
On the subject of
wasn't on soccer though.
There's the documentary. Was it the two Escobars?
Mm-hmm.
The one guy for Colombia who missed a kick back in the World Cup, and the other Escobar had to.
Sometimes you gotta take that long nap,
and that's why. And I know it's a dark road to take, but when I watch those players miss those goals, and especially there was a guy for the Netherlands last night who was sobbing afterwards, and he was one of the guys who he missed an opportunity late that would have given him a lead and might have won them the World Cup game, and I just think to myself, man. I know how those fans are. Clearly, they're lighting off, 4th of July out in front of a team hotel in Mexico City. I just hope that people are kind to that guy, because, like, one of the great Italian players of all time is Baggio. Baggio is known for missing the penalty kick in the 94 World Cup against Brazil in the final. And I remember my brother telling me he was there. He said it was one of the best sporting events he's ever been to. and it was Italy, Brazil. I think it was at the Rose Bowl, and Baggio missed that kick, and he's just known for that. And he's one of the greatest Italian players of all time, and people just know him as that missed kick. So, hopefully they'll be kind to these guys, but I'm not hopeful.
I mean,
of
come
that
on,
at this point.
Win, lose, or draw. It's like anything. I mean, the stakes are so high, and I like hearing the stories surrounding the games. Personally, I don't. I'm close with the Marleys. Rohan's one of my super close friends, like a brother. They love soccer. It bums me out that I can't get more excited about soccer, and I've tried. And I'm like, why y'all like soccer so much? They're like, it's a gentleman's sport. And I was like, well, what exactly does that mean? Well, you have to share the ball. I'm like, okay. Like, I want to F somebody up. Like, if I'm out there and we're competing, I want to, if it's basketball, I want to bow you in your belly. I'll back you down, and try to, either pass it and get in position to bow you some more to get a rebound. But I want physicality. I want to feel that body up against mine and make moves and inflict my will upon you. And I want you to do the same exact thing. And I want to see who comes out on the other side saying, yeah, that was a hell of a game. Like, I just feel like, okay, we have a match. Every time somebody gets touched, they flop like a sniper just hit them with the big bullet from far away.
They don't do that really as much during this because they get penalized for it if they are actually flopping.
Keep it up, Buster. You're going to get
every single time I've watched. Every single time I have watched a game, every single time a person gets touched, they flop on the ground.
These are other matches outside of the FIFA World Cup.
Yeah.
FIFA has done a good job of trying to implement this for this particular World Cup.
I do not watch other matches outside of the World Cup.
LaVar,
I've been watching the highlights, or if it's on the television while I'm at the place where I'm eating. I know what my eyes are telling me.
Keep it up, Buster. You're getting a red card. Not messing around in the World Cup. Try to do that roughhouse game in the World Cup in soccer. That doesn't fly there.
Yeah, whatever. Flopping asses. That isn't happening that much in the man, please. Them soccer players be flopping they flop so much.
It's not that bad.
What soccer?
It's actually not as much.
I watch little soccer.
It's not that bad.
And y'all sitting here.
You're exposing yourself right now.
No way.
It's not that bad.
This is how I know you haven't watched any of the World Cup.
There is.
I have watched more than any.
There is some flopping. All right.
I ain't watched much.
Let me ask you this.
I've watched more than any.
Brady will know the answer to this. What did you see more of, flopping in the NBA playoffs or in the World Cup so far?
Oh, NBA playoffs.
100%.
Oh, please.
100%.
That's a lie.
It's true.
You could
that is a lie.
It's true.
You could specifically actually put it on SGA if just him, not any other player in the NBA, but just SGA's flopping versus the World Cup, it probably would be SGA more so.
That is a lie.
It's not, man. They're penalizing players who are faking it. They have a replay system. It literally happened in one of the first matches for the U.S. Tim Ream got a yellow card, and they went back and reviewed it because Ream was like, I didn't touch the dude. And they came back. I think it was against Uruguay. And they came back, and they were like, yep, that dude gets the yellow card. So trust, dude, they're penalizing.
Y'all not going to talk me out of what my own eyes have seen when I was watching this soccer.
You haven't watched any World
matches.
Cup. You've admitted as much.
I have watched
It's his birthday. You can just
the matches of the World Cup.
It's his birthday. Can't say.
Just do and say whatever he wants. Just like yesterday.
That should be a fine, by the way. On my birthday, that should be a fine. That was
Your
very
Honor.
passive aggressive.
Your Honor.
You're being
You're not getting
aggressive
fined,
towards me,
Jonas.
and it's
You're not
very
getting fined because
passive.
he's so wrong about this. I can't find
Thank
you.
you, Your
what you're
Honor.
saying.
Yeah, this court has integrity.
I'm telling you, it's the up top boys, man. You know, some people call them the good.
I hate him.
What? It's just a hot dog.
All right, so coming up next, it is Two Pros and a Cup of Joe in for the Dan Patrick Show. We'll have another edition of In Case You Missed It right here on FSR.
Hey, we're Covino and Rich from Fox Sports Radio, and you watch the drivers.
You watch the cars.
But these are the people that make race day happen.
Veterans and military families you've never heard of.
This is Unsung Heroes. Take a look.
Around the track, there are military veterans who never stopped serving, only changed uniforms.
There are definitely similarities between the NASCAR industry and the military.
You have the ability to work as a team. That's a big part of what you learn while you're in the military.
I learned from the military, communication is how to convey the point and still get the mission done.
I learned that it's just adapting on the fly to the situations that are presented during the race.
At NASCAR, veterans help keep the race moving on the track. Across the country, they're answering another call to serve in local communities. Vet the Vote is a national campaign recruiting veterans and military family members to serve again as poll workers in their state and local elections.
It's kind of nice to continue to give back for a better America, for our kids and everybody around us.
Learn more and continue your service at vetthee.vote/NASCAR.
Dabo Swinney had a long conversation, long sit-down with On3 and said the following when it comes to college football and a potential CBA coming to college football. Quote, "The only thing worse than having no rules is having rules you can't enforce or don't enforce. I don't think any of us thought we'd be in a world where there's no order. It's a much bigger conversation now. Even in the NFL, there are rules. You can't sign with the Browns and go practice for 2 weeks and the Dolphins call you up and say, hey, man, what are they paying you? Hey, we'll pay you $1 million more. Come on down here to the Dolphins." And then you go in there and say, hey, boys, I'm out. That's really what we've got now in college football. So that according to Dabo Swinney, who has been very outspoken about the NIL era in the sport.
So I've mentioned in the past, there's reasons why a collective bargaining agreement wouldn't work in college football. And then there's a lot of reasons. For example, the athletes aren't uniformly classified as employees. So that's kind of the first issue. And there's been cases where, like the Dartmouth basketball team, for example, the players voted to unionize, I want to say like 2 years ago, and that really didn't go anywhere. The National Labor Relations Board hasn't been able to, really push forward enough. And that doesn't even include the fact that you have complications like Title IX, for example. So that's one issue. There's no single league employer, which is another issue. You've got 138 FBS football teams now. So those interests between the Blue Bloods and let's just call them the Power Four and the Group of Six, there's wide gaps between what that looks like and how they go about defining, even from the ownership side, like we would in the NFL, what those work conditions looks like. There's state laws, right to work issues, things like that go into it. And then there's the whole element of like the student athlete model. Like, how do you maintain the student and the academic component with the eligibility requirements and making kids go to class, etc. within the CBA? Like, how is that looked at? And then even if you were able to have a collective bargaining agreement, like who's running that? Who's making the decisions on behalf of the student athletes? Who's the president of all of that? To get all the players to buy in. I mean, just as much as you have a ton of schools from that side where there's no single employer, or like in the NFL, there's 32 of them, they can all get together and have, common rules that they'd like. On the player side, there's even more players. So how do you get them all on the same page? And this would still be subject to antitrust and litigation. So it's great to throw out when like coaches or people say, oh, a collective bargaining agreement would fix it. Sure. But we're so far away from being able to actually unionize players or deem them as employees and give the universities antitrust exemptions so they have, some power in this matter. We're so far away from it. It feels like you're just wasting breath talking about it.
The infrastructure historically has failed. So why try to introduce a new infrastructure that would take way more complexities to be able to set up, put in place, and execute? Doesn't make sense. And that's one thing. But let me tell you what the real translation to me from what Dabo Swinney is in this scenario. It's the idea of control. This ultimately comes back to the original point of why you have coaches. Coaches are there to lead. They are the CEO, president of the company. They are.
It's the Dan Patrick Show here on Fox Sports Radio. LaVar Arrington.
What?
Brady Quinn. Jonas Knox with you.
Why you say it like that?
What do you mean?
Say it again. What?
It's the Dan Patrick Show on Fox Sports Radio.
A little better, but you could give it a little bit more. Try it again. Come on, give it a little more. You got this. Come on.
What up? Dan Patrick Show, Fox Sports Radio. By the way, coming up top of next hour, a little over 10 minutes from now.
Why you get closer to the mic, though? Is that like a brother thing? Like to get close to the mic, be like, what up?
What you mean?
What you
mean?
No T? Just an S? What you mean?
I feel like every time,
Not my alphabet.
Every time you see certain, concerts and things, you see some of that.
That's
like the mic gets a lot closer,
Yeah.
I found that to be pretty interesting. That
LaVar, you know what I'm talking about.
You got up on the mic when you did that.
Yeah.
You can't do that the same way away from the mic?
No.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. I guess it doesn't hit the same.
Yeah, that's why it
doesn't hit the same.
When you see a singer hit a high note, they always pull the mic farther away, because that way it
don't pop.
Yeah. And if your voice gives out a little bit, they can't tell. So, but I do know this. Coming up in about 10 minutes from now, we are going to tell you a story about how somebody is finding themselves in a new place, but there might be some troubling news to go along with that. That'll be yours right here on Fox Sports Radio. Right now, though, it is time for this.
Sometimes you can't get to everything in the world of sports or entertainment. Good thing the guys are here to bring you in case you missed it.
Guys, so catching you up on this, Jake Paul has decided, you know what? The NFL's an aspiration. He was talking on the A16Z Show podcast, I guess, and he had this to say.
I guess.
I do have NFL aspirations. Oh, wow. After boxing, I want to play slot receiver. And so I think to, get that experience in college first would be good. So I could walk onto the Stanford team. I'm being serious though. Yeah.
Well, this might be the first podcast you mention it. So
it is. And it happened. The idea of it happened today. Because I was like, I was originally thinking I'll just go straight to the Cleveland Browns or Dallas Cowboys. But they're probably going to want to see me play first. And so it might be better if I start off in college and have a little bit of an advantage over the younger, not as big kids before going into the NFL.
You have no idea what you are even talking about. The headhunters are in college.
Here's how you know if the NFL is scripted. If he actually gets a shot so they can bring in the promotion and everything else, the branding, everything else along with it. That's how you know it was scripted.
I'd be in. I'd be all the way in.
What?
Slot receiver, okay. I got a couple drills for you. See, check your chin.
up. It's Two Pros and a Cup of Joe, Fox Sports Radio.
You ready?
Yes.
No pain, no gain, and I have dished out a lot of pain.
I played the game. The rules are still the same.
Hey, America, you want some sports? We got it for you.
Two Pros and a Cup of Joe is three guys talking sports, having some fun, and a great way to wake up in the morning.
Hey, listen, there's a lot of stats for us to get through right now.
We're here to break it all down for you.
I always hear that defense wins championships, but LaVar, I can't help but notice that the W-2s for the quarterback look a lot higher.
That's because we're worth it.
You gotta be kidding. It's just one of those shows that gives you that feeling of, I'm talking to my friend anywhere you may be, a sports bar, a living room. As different as we are, it works.
When he scores his first touchdown, what will the celebration be?
It might just be a spike.
Yes.
He's going to derobe first.
Jeez.
They set their wedding date on the day of the Super Bowl, and the groom's trying to move the wedding now to get out of it so he can go see the game. Is he in the wrong here?
Let that man use them tickets.
Unbelievable.
We're like those three best friends that grew up together.
We've developed a chemistry. In case you missed it, LA's finest, that's right, everybody's favorite. Apparently had a few too many drinks last night. This guy's got a little bit of an issue here, huh?
Call a taxi.
I hear he has a weird infatuation with elevator rides.
There we go.
We're three brothers and we look identical.
Oh, wow. Really?
I totally agree.
Yeah. Wrap it up, let's go.
My guys.
Yes! Two Pros.
And a Cup of Joe.
More sports, more fun.
The Detroit Lions have parted ways with Terrion Arnold. The DB was cut by the Lions just 5 days after his arrest on felony robbery and kidnapping charges. Arnold was granted bond yesterday by a Florida judge for $1 million. Detroit's baseball team kept the Yankees on the skids. The Tigers downing the Yanks 7-3, handing New York a fifth straight loss. The Yankees held only 3 hits. Left fielder Cody Bellinger.
Just kind of a bad one today. I don't really have many other words to say other than the fact that, we just got to, myself, we just, got to come out, a little more energy and continue to play.
Also from baseball, the Dodgers are the first team in the majors to 55 wins. They downed the A's 9-4. Shohei Ohtani had 2 hits, including a 3-run homer. NBA free agency tips off tonight. Meanwhile, another huge trade yesterday saw 2-time All-Star Ja Morant go from Memphis to Portland. And 2 World Cup matches were decided on penalty kicks. Morocco ousted the Netherlands, and Paraguay stunned 4-time champion Germany. I'm Matt McCoy.
DP.
Dan Patrick.
Welcome to the Dan Patrick Show.
We are the most unathletically decorated show in radio history, I think.
America's most revered sports talk show.
Respect the position that you have.
But today, Dan Patrick and the 4 Danettes are not here. So sitting in for Dan Patrick and hosting the Dan Patrick Show, it's Jonas Knox, LaVar Arrington, and Brady Quinn.
Come on, man.
It's the Dan Patrick Show here on Fox Sports Radio.
You sound traumatized. You all right? If you don't want to talk, don't talk to me. Leave the studio if you don't want to talk on breaks.
Hey, Brady.
He's not.
He's back.
Stop. I'm sitting there telling you every reason why I'm not.
Hey, man.
I'm not.
He never left. That's the truth.
You guys.
Just a hiatus, you know?
No way.
The frame.
Y'all got issues, man.
It's
I try to be a good role model to you,
Oh,
and this is how you treat it. Go ahead, man.
I just had someone who was a PA guy like talk to me a little bit about Jerome Bettis. I said, man,
you got great calves.
that's my guy.
Yeah.
I said, that's my guy, man. I said,
My
that's
guy, too.
You know, I was like, I work with another guy who loves him too. They've been through a lot together. So
yeah. I mean, figuratively and literally.
Come to think about it, we never hung out again after that.
Nope. Nope. Too much for me. We all got limitations in our lives, and that night, nope.
Oh my God.
We went far beyond. We went well beyond what my limitations were.
By the way, it is LaVar Arrington, the birthday boy. Brady Quinn, Jonas Knox, in for Dan and the Danettes. We are going to take you all the way up until noon Eastern time, 9 o'clock Pacific. You can find us on the iHeartRadio app. You can find us on hundreds of affiliates all across the country. And right now, you can find us on YouTube at 2Pros FSR. It's at 2Pros FSR. We are normally on before the Dan Patrick Show on 2Pros and a Cup of Joe weekday morning. So at 2Pros FSR on YouTube, you can hang out with us there. All right, so look, it started out well. It seemed like we were going to be here for a while. It was one of the next great superstar and city pairings. And then all of a sudden, John Morant decided, you know what? I'm going to go hold up some gun lighters, and I'm going to go ahead and flash some gun symbols and get myself in some hot water. And next thing you know, things start to go sideways. Health becomes a concern, and all of a sudden, John Morant is no longer a member of the Memphis Grizzlies. He was traded yesterday to the Blazers for Jeremy Grant and Chris Murray. So John Morant, the two-time All-Star, who I would say there was a window of time, most exciting player in the league. Like, by far, his size and stature and the way he could get up and dunk over guys.
Oh, just yamming on dudes.
Oh, my God.
Absolutely
awesome.
mushroom stamping dudes.
Oh, wow.
That's 100% correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
What does that look like?
Does anyone does posterize?
Stamp.
Any poster that you got in your Does anyone remember some of the issues he's been through in the past, like the whole flashing of firearms on IG Live? Or remember when he was fined $75,000 for mimicking shooting gestures during games? And then I guess reportedly there was a pickup game where there was an altercation back in like 2022, and I think he got in a fight. Then he allegedly came back with a firearm around his waist or something. Although the judge threw that one out.
I think the guy who was playing was 17. I think it was at his place. It was at John Morant's place, if I'm not mistaken. Which I listen. That one makes sense to me.
Water under the bridge. What I'd like to draw attention to, though, is the difference in gun laws between Tennessee and Oregon. Boy, he's in for a rude awakening if some of those past habits keep up. Pretty sure in Oregon you need to have a universal background check on all sales of the guns. They regulate magazines, and you gotta have a permit to carry there. Where Tennessee has none of that. So,
look, I don't want to. I watched the documentary, the Jailblazers documentary, and I think those guys got a raw deal in a lot of ways. I think there was a lot of people that were uncomfortable with their presence in the Portland community. And I just want to say this. John Morant feels like he would have been a perfect member of that team.
John Morant was really out there on some gang type stuff, though.
He's
like some street type
got
stuff.
An edge to him.
Them dudes wasn't on no street stuff. That's the fun. That's the funny aspect of the fact. Rashid is not. He's not like. That's not how he is.
Bonzi Wells.
Mighty Mouse, that's not how he is. Bonzi Wells, that's not who that. Like, they're not street cats.
That's what they were labeled.
Yeah, I know.
And what did they call it? They called it, was it Lake Black Oswego or whatever it was?
Yes.
Like the Lake Oswego where all those guys live, they called it Lake Black Oswego.
And they didn't want nobody black there. They wanted him out of there. You know, they was planting weed in the man's house. They was searching his house, like no warrants, like just breaking into the crib. They was trying to get them up out of there, man. And they weren't even thugs. Like John Morant chases that image. They chase that image. The dad, they chase that image, like the rapper, musician, thugged out approach. Like, they really be trying, like, in his accolades that you were giving, Q, you failed to mention when he had all the money on the floor with the one stripper and had all the cash, like, cash rules everything around me in the club. That's part of the accolades, you know?
Yeah. But that's also because in Oregon you can still do that. There's not going to be a drastic change to, that sort of issue.
Okay, that's
in
fair.
Oregon,
That's fair.
Yeah.
I just, I hope, because if you notice, while he was turning into one of the most premier players in the league, the conversations were starting to turn and kind of trend his way. This young man showed a lack of maturity, or maybe a lack of awareness, enough awareness to make it through those times unscathed. And it's unfortunate because his trajectory was so much higher than what it is now. It's like, did we even talk about John Morant this year, this basketball season?
No.
Like,
God, no.
He played.
Well, it's his fault, dude. Buy another gun lighter.
He played. Well, I mean, we do know that when cats get uncovered for the stuff that they be doing, they're not the same person. I mean, we saw it happen with Tiger. He's the main one for me. I mean, we saw it happen when people take things away from you, you're just not the same. You try to be different. I don't know if it's the same thing for John
Morant. What did they take away from Tiger?
The hose.
Oh, okay. Okay, all right.
They took the hose away from Tiger. Tiger needed them hose, man.
So that was
and that
was his performance enhancer.
Yes.
Okay, I got you.
And my whole thing is, like, just why get married? Like, just go ahead and just get it in. Tiger Woods seemed like the cat that just really get it in. Like, he'd be on some Kama Sutra type stuff, or like some old school, like, type love making type deals, the way he does it, like real ceremonial, like I must prepare type stuff. Now, John Morant.
Brady, is that true?
John Morant comes across as more like mainstream.
How would I know?
Oh, hey.
Put this on me.
We know you're a big fan of him.
Of Tiger?
It might have been in his memoirs or something,
I did not read the book, or if there is one. I am a big fan. He's a really nice dude.
I'm not trying to move the goalposts. All I'm saying is, John Morant, I hope he can move on from all of the setbacks. I know he had sustained an injury at one point, but it's really been everything off the court that has been the hindrance to John Morant and his meteoric rise to being a megastar in the NBA, and such a departure from what he was representation of, not even 3 years ago, 2 years ago? Something to that effect?
I mean, he's played a handful of games over the past 3 years. I mean, nowhere close to what he was back in, I think, 2023.
So, like 3 years ago. 3 years.
He had an UCL and elbow issue this past year, so he only played 20 games. The year before, he tore his labrum in his shoulder, so he only played 9 games. And there was talks.
And then the year before that, he was a killer. I mean, not literally, but like balled out on the court.
Yeah, like you got to clarify.
Yeah, but got to clarify.
Yeah, listen, and that's why we're professionals. So for anybody that thinks this is just grab ass for 3 hours, it's not. We do our due diligence here on the show. I just think there was talks that they were trying to deal him last year, and they couldn't get anything that they thought they were going to get in return. Like, they couldn't, like, nobody was really interested in it because of all the off-court stuff. And also the fact that, his health, he hasn't been able to stay, on the court over the past couple of years. But I just look at it and I go, listen, Dame Lillard's coming back. You've got John Morant there. There's some people that have speculated because one of the teams that's been rumored to be interested in Jaylen Brown is Portland. Is this a move to set up another move for the Blazers, which is interesting considering, they've got, one of the more frugal owners in all of sports who's, just hired a coach on a 1-year deal and would not guarantee years 2 and 3. And you've got other coaches around the NBA that are like, listen, Mike Nori, congratulations on the gig, but that sets a bad precedent. They're talking about the travel expenses. It's just kind of an interesting move for Portland at this point in time. But I hope he comes back in full health, maybe a change of scenery, works for him. And if he could just stop making an Uzi gesture with his hands, I think everything's going to be fine. And I think you guys need to stop being so negative about this idea of Ja Morant in Portland. Like, you've got to welcome it and celebrate it a little bit.
I'll celebrate him. He's a hell of an athlete. Yeah, I don't want him to get any more trouble. And I'm not sure which other teams or states he could have went to that would have made his love for guns more difficult. So,
what about like Dallas, San Antonio?
Oh, he'd been good. He walked with it on his hip.
Yeah.
Walked with that joint right on his hip.
After that?
Yeah, man.
Fine. I mean,
just the problem with that is that there's other people walking with them on their hips too. So you just be aware of that aspect of it. But seriously, man, I hope it works out for him. Maybe it is. I don't know that it's a change of scenery for Ja Morant. I think it comes down to A, can he stay healthy? And B, can he keep his mind focused in on what the main objective is? Because I feel like from what we've experienced of him during the height of his popularity, it was the Morants, plural, show. It wasn't just Ja Morant. It was the Morants. Now, I don't know his story all like that. I don't know the part his dad played, the role he played in his success. I just know that the success he was having and enjoying in the league, his dad was enjoying that success just like he was Ja Morant on the court. And sometimes your biggest blessing can also be your biggest curse. And from what I can gather and what I can see, I really don't want to speak out of term, but you know what, observation and what you pull away from your observations and create opinions on, I mean, that my perception becomes my reality. My perception of Ja Morant was a young man who was crazy, crazy talented, has been lauded and praised for how gifted he is in a sport where getting praised at a young age is at a premium for basketball players. His dad was a part of it and did nothing, in my estimation, to make sure that he was keeping everything in the proper order and the proper perspective. And I could say, honestly, with confidence, if you look at the examples that have been stated during the course of this segment, if you read up on things that he's done and he's gotten in trouble, for doing, those aren't things I could ever fathom or fix my mind to think of any of the young men that I know. I just don't like anyone who has had proper guidance from their fathers. They don't go down these lanes. Like, do you throw money in a strip club? Sure. How many people know that you throwing money in a strip club? The people who went with you and the people that are there.
I try and pick it up.
Hey, I did that before. I went out with a guy that was like a billionaire, and
that's Jonas.
He had a whole
Jonas
bunch
tries
of
to pick
ones.
those ones up too.
He had a whole bunch of ones in plastic, and I was like, they was like throwing it on the floor. Yeah. Like I had to pick up at least enough money to pay for all my meals on that Super Bowl trip.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I get it.
Shouts out to Willie Till.
Right, so
anyway,
I forgot. I forgot.
I just gave you his name. Hey, all I'm saying is,
hey, Diana, knock it off.
That's funny you said Diana. We still got to talk about what I was watching on TV. I'm just saying, don't get away from what the theme is here, and the theme is you're getting an opportunity to start anew. I don't know if he can recapture that magic, fellas. I really don't, but at least got an opportunity.
I forgot about his dad and Shannon Sharp having
almost got into a fight. Like, was really threatening each other. But then they was hugging it out like 2 minutes later. Like, nah, I'm not hugging it. If we about to thump, we gonna thump. Like, I'm not on no, like, let's be cool 2 minutes later.
As Brady always tells me, that's cap.
That's straight cap.
Yep.
I don't know what that means.
That's not being honest. You're lying.
What's cap?
Yeah, if you say something and they say that's cap, they're basically saying you're full of it. Like you're not telling the truth, whatever. That's cap.
Yeah, I put up the horns.
Yeah.
I put up the horns like BS.
Oh.
You know?
Oh, okay.
I didn't need to say that's cap. I move a little quicker, you know.
Hey man, Serena got on therapeutic socks. Are those?
Yeah.
Are those therapeutic socks she's wearing out there? Come
First
on,
off, for a man with gout, can we get a gout update? How is the gout?
I feel better today. It's still, my heel is just a little bit sore, but I feel all right. I mean, I could get away. I could be faster than Jonas if a mountain lion came running up on us.
Who couldn't?
I mean, I've never seen Jonas even jog.
Yeah.
So I would not know what that looks like.
Because he flies away. When it gets dangerous, he just turns into a bat and flies away.
I got a bum knee, a bad hip. It's just not happening anytime soon.
Jonas turns into a wax figure when danger comes.
But you get me on an Echo bike. Why is that vampire driving a Tacoma? Doesn't make any sense. All right, so can I just put a bow on the whole Ja Morant thing? Seriously though, because I do think that this, since we're on the topic, that this does need to be discussed. Because we're talking about upbringing and when you guys were younger.
Oh no.
Were you water gun, super soaker, water balloon?
All of them.
Like what? But what was your gun of choice? All right.
When I was younger, I had a black Uzi squirt gun.
Okay.
When I got to college, I had the backpack super soaker because we had super soaker wars with the other players and other teams.
Yeah.
Until they took it to a whole nother level and started shooting BBs like their water guns weren't as good as ours, and we was pulling up like doing drive-bys with like backpack super soakers. So cats turned to BB guns, and that ruined it. But that was it. That was the last of any type of. Now I do have real guns. Like I have an arsenal of guns.
Oh, but I'm thinking summertime activities. Like
so,
what's your
gradually.
gun of choice?
I gradually moved from the Uzi water gun when I was younger to the super soaker in college. To a whole, like I'm a Armageddon type of guy.
Okay.
Here's the crazy thing though is that they're all in storage somewhere properly safe and secure because I don't have a license here in California, so none of them are here.
Now, I would recommend if you guys remember the hard plastic water guns, just the handheld, just little
the
quick
little,
shooter,
little pink see-through joint.
Yeah, so you got one in one
little
pocket,
pink one,
yeah,
see-through.
one in the other. I would always go orange, one in one pocket, one in the other. You don't wear socks during the summertime for the most part, so you can't hide one in your socks. So you got to probably go back pocket. Some board shorts don't have that, but if you're going to light somebody up, that's an option for you.
Because it's a quick, easy way of hitting somebody with a little squirt, and then you can act like you didn't do it.
Yeah,
those are the best times to do it. But we used to have real water gun wars though, like back in the day. Like you run around the whole neighborhood, had water gun wars. Like that was a real deal. And then we did in college.
Brady, what was your water gun of choice on the topic of Ja Morant as a kid?
I was actually going to say when you asked the question, I was thinking more Nerf guns. Like usually we had like that was
guns
more,
are fun.
yeah.
That's like dorm room action, though. That's like apartment action. Like you're sitting on the couch, cats are hanging out in the dorm.
I was thinking when I was a kid. I don't think
I
I played with Nerf guns when I got older.
No,
I think I passed that up after that.
What you trying to say, Brady?
What was you turned 8?
What you trying to say? I was done with the whole Nerf gun thing probably by the time I got junior high.
There lies the disconnect between quarterbacks and the rest of the team. There you go. They just think they better than us, man. You see,
I just happened. I'm better than telling
Well,
you.
I used to play. I'm talking about when I was a kid.
I put down the G.I. Joe figurine and I picked up a playbook. It's not my fault. I started,
Ain't that about a bitch?
I put down Wolverine in X-Men and I went ahead and just started lifting weights.
Well, I mean, say that to Brian Dawkins, and his locker is probably still there.
Yeah, I remember B-Doc, dude. I played with him. He had
his
the whole
locker
Wolverine
was
setup and all that.
As an adult.
But by the way, he might have loved those things, but I guarantee you he was out running around. He wasn't playing with little toy guns. He was out there.
Hey, man.
He was out there getting ready to play in the NFL.
I played with Nerf guns and body parts in college, bro, and I have no shame for it. I have no shame about it. Body parts and Nerf guns.
I heard you the first time. I'm not touching this.
I was looking at Jonas's face. Sometimes you got to feel your way through things. Like linebackers, they teach you to read and react.
Hey.
Really going to do this.
By the way, everyone's searching for ways to save on insurance. Switch to Liberty Mutual, and they'll customize your auto and home insurance so you can only pay for what you need. Liberty, 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 Liberty. Get a quote at libertymutual.com or with your local independent agent.
Good luck, John Morant.
All right, so it is the Dan Patrick Show here on Fox Sports Radio. LaVar Arrington, Brady Quinn, Jonas Knox with you. In for Dan and the guys. Coming up next, though, anybody want to make an offer? Anybody want in on this? You, too, can be a part of a Super Bowl champion. We'll get into that for you right here on FSR. Psst. The Cup Knockout Round is now, and DraftKings has you covered for every single match. The DraftKings app is now available in all 50 states and includes all markets, bringing the game straight to your fingertips wherever you are. New DraftKings customers sign up with code PATRICK. Spend $5 to get $200 in rewards within 21 days. That's code PATRICK. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours.
Bet with DK Sportsbook. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 1-800-MY-RESET. Connecticut. Call 888-789-7777. Visit ccpg.org. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino in Kansas, bet tax pass-through may apply in Illinois. 21 plus. Void in Canada. Event contract trading with DraftKings predictions involves risk of loss. Availability varies. Bet to get bonus bets that expire in 7 days. Trade to get $50 in predictions dollars that expire in 1 year, issued every 7 days via click to claim for 21 days. One non-withdrawable reward redeemable. Predictions offer void in New York. July 19th. Terms at dkng.co/audio.
Hey, we're Covino and Rich from Fox Sports Radio, and you watch the drivers.
You watch the cars.
But these are the people that make race day happen.
Veterans and military families you've never heard of.
This is Unsung Heroes. Take a look.
Around the track, there are military veterans who never stopped serving, only changed uniforms.
There are definitely similarities between the NASCAR industry and the military.
You have the ability to work as a team. That's a big part of what you learn while you're in the military.
I learned from the military, communication is how to convey the point and still get the mission done.
I learned that it's just adapting on the fly to the situations that are presented during the race.
At NASCAR, veterans help keep the race moving on the track. Across the country, they're answering another call to serve in local communities. Vet the Vote is a national campaign recruiting veterans and military family members to serve again as poll workers in their state and local elections.
It's kind of nice to continue to give back for a better America for our kids and everybody around us.
Learn more and continue your service at vetv.vote/NASCAR.
If you were Giannis, which would you have chosen?
Chosen?
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing.
Which would you have chosen? What an idiot. Jeez. Who said that?
Here's what I'll say. Both teams, if it is the Celtics, they have superior rosters. Miami has a superior roster. You have Bam Adebayo, and listen, I know you send Tyler Hero away, and he's an important piece. He's been an important piece for Miami. But the one name that we're not mentioning is Portis. And knowing that you got Portis and you got Giannis. Like Portis is one of those guys, we were having a conversation right before the end of the series, or at the end of the championship series. If San Antonio has a Bobby Portis, they win that series far and away. And in fact, they're probably the most dominant basketball team in the NBA, just because you have a guy that can protect the rim. He's a physical guy, can handle bigs. It's just he's a difference maker for the skill set that he brings to the table. So for Miami to lose what they lose, but to gain Giannis and Portis, I gotta say, it really wouldn't matter if you put Portis and Giannis on the Celtics. They become instantly the favorite to win it all. Like, to me, by far, at least in the East. Now they'll have their hands full with OKC and with most likely San Antonio. But them going on, Bam Adebayo, and Giannis being on the court at the same time is you're borderline. You have an Olympic team. Like, that's kind of what you have.
It's pretty wild how the Heat are kind of zigging when everyone else is zagging. I mean, so much of the game has kind of been about the outside shot, three-point shooting, and instead you get Bobby Portis, Bam Adebayo, and Giannis Antetokounmpo, which is a lot of size, a lot of length. It's kind of crazy, like, to make this sort of move. Maybe Pat Riley sees, things going a different direction, and maybe that's why he wants to trying to light up the interior with, not want to say rim protectors, but just, figuring out guys who he feels like can crash the boards, get more possessions, not allow those easy layups that you're starting to see teams, go for. If it's not going to be a three, it's trying to find their way to the rack on an easy layup, something along those lines. So when you look at their roster now, which Jonas again thinks that no one's left, they do have a decent amount of size and height. I mean, Golden, who's currently there, he's a 7-footer. You look at Jovic, he's 6'10". He's got some length to him too. Like, they've got a lot of depth and a lot of size, man.
Davion Mitchell, Norman Powell, that's your front court. Your back court. That's your shooting guard and your point guard. Yeah. They're pretty talented guys. This team, I mean, I would venture to say they're loaded. This is a loaded team now. And again, you have like the Drummonds, like that's what a Portis is. It's probably a more athletic, Drummond in terms of what he brings to the table. He's a swing man, right? Like, he can come in, he can spell Bam, he can spell Giannis. I mean, I think it's a great move by Miami. It's a win. Like, they win the offseason. Like, that's a win. I don't know that anybody can do anything that's going to be more significant to improving their team than what Miami just did with the trade. What's wrong with you, man?
Hey,
Also,
man. This is
got issues.
Typical Pat.
You really, really need.
Oh my God.
You really need to seek assistance, bro.
Come on, man.
All right, I'm just
last day of the month. Have a heart.
All right, that's fair.
It's two pros and
it's
a cup
the last
Joe.
of the month. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up.
Filling in for the Dan Patrick Show here on Fox Sports Radio. LaVar Arrington, Brady Quinn, Jonas Knox with you here. Coming up in, we'll call it a little over 15 minutes from now, this is going to be a very revealing segment that we're going to do. It's called What Are You Watching? And I think LaVar's got a full clip.
I do.
He's got a...
I do.
The birthday boy's got a full clip we will be getting into coming up here a little over 15 minutes from now. Hey, Brady, you buying the Seahawks or what? Are you jumping in on this? You going to be a part of the bidding here for the Seattle Seahawks?
I was thinking, too, has there ever been a better time for a franchise to sell than after winning a Super Bowl? I mean, honestly, like you're probably at the top of the market. You've got a team that is capable, I think, of competing at least for another one. given what they brought back and what they have. So I don't know. I mean, this thing's going to go for what, $10 billion, maybe more, with what some of these franchises are going for at this point. I mean, it's going to be ridiculous how expensive what it's going to take, but still, it's got to be probably the only time this will ever happen. Like, I can't even imagine another time when we'll see a team winning a championship and immediately selling.
I think the Celtics sold, but I don't know if it was the very next offseason when they won the title.
After.
Yeah, it was like a year after, and Seattle's on the market. So, and they're talking about, as you mentioned, $10 million. So that's kind of the range or $10 billion. That's kind of the range.
What?
I was gonna say, man, that'd be awesome.
Hey, I'm about to say, Q, hit me up after the show.
So that's the range that they're looking at. And the first round of bids were due yesterday. And so there's just conversation as to who wants in on this. And I think when Jerry Richardson sold the Panthers, was it $2 billion? I want to say it was it was way.
It was a forced sale though too, which isn't great, but yeah, something in that ballpark.
Yeah. So why don't you guys get in on this? Come on, you got cash.
I have no desire to own an NFL franchise.
You wouldn't want to own an NFL franchise?
Who was rumored? Zuckerberg? Is that who they thought was going to try to get it? Maybe Bezos.
Yeah,
and Bezos could make sense. So
yeah, I feel like that's ego driven, unless you're someone like Tom Brady, which that's still ego driven. But he's allowed to be ego driven. He's allowed, like if Michael Jordan did, he's allowed to have bought a basketball team and felt like he could do it and win with it and all that stuff. Like, I have no interest in that.
No interest in owning an NFL team?
I would love to put together a roster, though. I could put together a roster, 100%. I mean, I used to put them together for 8th grade teams. Like,
Same
I could
thing.
put together a roster. Oh, well, it's actually harder.
Why?
Well, because you don't know what an 8th grader is going to ultimately become. And if you think about it, like I said, I had Shedeur Sanders. And I had Shedeur Sanders and Caleb Williams in the same game as quarterbacks in the 8th grade. So I know talent. I'll say I know talent, but more importantly, I know a lot of people. And the people that I know, people will tell you who the dogs are. Like, they'll let you know, like, that get him. There's a kid named Aaron Willis from Virginia, played for the Canes. The shouts out to Coach Scott and the Canes in Virginia and Richmond. And that kid hit like a Mack truck. He just never grew. So then there's always that aspect of it, right? But I would love to put together a college. I would love to put together a college team, not a pro team. I'd love to put together a college team.
All right, so let's break down a.
But I'd never want to own one.
Let's break down just a hypothetical here. All right, so if we were going to buy an NFL franchise,
we should start thinking about buying a college franchise. That's what we should start thinking. Yeah, why not? It's going to happen.
Hawaii?
Why not?
Yeah, I'm in.
Why not? Get it cheap.
Chang.
Get in cheap. Because that ain't gonna cost much. We get in on that cheap.
Oh, come on.
We get some money donors behind us, and we build it up. Let's go.
But everything's more expensive in Hawaii. You know, our friends listening on the Tiki Torch of the Hawaiian Islands, Fox Sports 990, you know what we're talking about. You are familiar with that. Everything goes up in price.
We make some cash.
Well, that's why a lot of people out there have chickens, so they don't have to pay for eggs. You know, save money.
Eggs are expensive, man.
Very, very pricey. But if we were to do a hypothetical here, and let's say Brady is the front man for this purchase, when we do come into ownership, what roles does everybody get? Like, what roles would you say would be perfect for everybody from an ownership standpoint? I just want a part of it. I don't need to get any of the glory. That glory is just going to come naturally. I would want to know, Brady, what would my involvement be if we were to go in thirds on buying an NFL team? Like, how would you want me best suited with the organization?
Well, let me start off with LaVar, because I think I've got a pretty clear idea of what he would do. He like Chris Spielman's take over as kind of advisory to the owner, you know, so you could kind of oversee things, make sure like, hey, they're bringing in the right guys, they're bringing in the right people, you know, kind of be the eyes and the ears to help out with ownership. That would be like a great role.
I would love that
for him.
Yeah, I'd do that.
And then for you, Jonas, it's a really, really important role. And I don't want you to take this as a slight in any way.
I think I'm
But I want you to
tracking with
understand, the organization would need a tone setter. Okay.
Uh-oh.
And I feel like you are a great tone setter because you're consistent.
Yeah, you are.
You're positive.
You are.
And you're thorough in your preparation. So I would think that you being the guy that's out there at the gate when the players and people first come in, that'd be the perfect position for you.
Okay.
That's
because
so crazy.
you would be able to set the tone right away.
I was
You'd be
thinking
the first person they
secretary.
see, everything. Yeah,
But you're
well,
saying at the gate, at the
gate,
at the
like out
security
front.
gate. Man, you took it a step
Like
further.
before they even
yeah.
get
You took
in
it a step
behind
further. But
the gates.
on God, I was tracking with you, bro.
Heck yeah.
Before they even get inside, like the first person they see is
You're
Jonas.
right.
And you would want, and what I
Yeah.
also I would put a tray out there that would take out stuff from their pockets and put it in the tray before they came in.
No, you don't do all that.
Oh,
You
I
ain't
don't
gotta
know
do
that.
all that. No, you
They're
ain't
just
even
coming through in
gotta
their
do all
car.
that. Yeah.
Yeah,
You ain't
we'd
gotta
have
do
a
all that.
nice setup for you. You'd have a bathroom in there, a nice TV.
Yeah, you ain't got just be chilling,
nice
man.
chair and all that. Yeah.
Oh, that's so not like anywhere close to the stadium, just in the parking
Not
lot.
close to the facility.
Oh,
like
Yeah.
like stadium
Oh.
is one thing, but unless it's connected to. But yeah, coming into the facility, he's saying basically the security checkpoint.
Yeah.
You'd be at the security.
What would I
checkpoint.
wear? Would I need to get dressed
Whatever you
up?
want.
Yeah.
I mean, we probably
Generally,
give you
you have a polo.
some Seahawks. Yeah,
you
Seahawks
have-
swag or something. Yeah.
Huh.
But you can have on, workout
But think
shorts.
about it.
Feels
You are the first person
sneakers.
that everyone sees
Yeah.
when they get to the facility every day. It's a really important job.
Now,
I agree.
Okay, now game days. I mean, obviously, I'll be in the suite with you guys, right? Or is there?
See, I wouldn't be in the suite until the second half. First half, I'm gonna be on the field.
Or tailgating.
Yeah.
Well, before the game, I'm
With
gonna be
sponsors.
tailgating.
With sponsors.
100%.
Yeah.
Jonas seen me at work now. I don't play around with my tailgate.
Say, man,
I trust me. I get you're a
tailgate's
charismatic
fun,
guy.
man. Tailgate's fun.
I make things work. I make it shake. Stick City tailgate. I make it shake. You know what I mean? I'm important in some places in this world. You know what I mean? Like maybe
LaVar,
not
I'm
that
so
important here,
thankful.
but you know what I mean?
I'm so thankful I met you when I did in my life. Like, I just feel like it would have been wild during my younger days.
And you would have been the very one I would have been keeping right with me, too.
I know.
That's the funny thing. You would have been right there with me, seat laid back and on the passenger side.
My favorite moment is like LaVar's son played at Delaware. And were they playing in-state college?
Yes.
So they were coming to play
Yeah.
in-state
Yes, sir.
college, and I'm like, man, that's so awesome. You're going to be able to see your son on the field in-state college where you're a legend at, a Hall of Famer at. As far as like, yeah, I mean, I'm going to be at the tailgate, and then I'll go. It's like,
And that's what I
half
did.
Half the time I'll be there, but I'm going to be at the tailgate before that.
That's very true. Very true. Very true. Getting LaVar Allen's. Then I go in and I handle my business and I shake all the donors' hands and all the people that are around. I shake their hands and I hang out with our fans and our community. And I watch the first half of the game and then I go up with the crafts. I go up with the AD and all the other people and I get my drink on and during the second half. And I cheer from up top. So I would come up top with y'all in the second half, knowing that my work is done. Now, once I know my work is done, then I'm gonna lay back a little bit, but I'm gonna get that work in early and during.
Yeah,
we're gonna get it in together.
Yeah, definitely.
We're gonna own the team one day, but it's gonna be a college team.
It is the Dan Patrick Show here on Fox Sports Radio.
Oh, wow,
LaVar Arrington,
that might be the move.
Brady Quinn, Jonas Knox with you. By the way, the hottest rookies, biggest superstars, and all-time greats. The only place to collect them all is Panini Trading Cards, the official trading cards of the Dan Patrick Show for instant classics, autograph cards, memorabilia cards, rare inserts, and more. Start or continue your collection now at PaniniAmerica.net. Up next, we're going to find out a lot about somebody on this show, and that's yours right here on FSR. But let's talk about a violation that keeps going unpenalized. Toilet paper. Every day, millions of people show up to the bathroom with dry paper that smears, shreds, and leaves extra men on the field. And just walk away thinking, that's good enough. No, it's not. That's a foul. And Dude Wipes is done looking the other way. Dude Wipes is officially issuing brown cards to every TP violation out there. XL wet flushable wipes built for dudes who want to walk out of the bathroom confidently clean with a clean sheet every time. Not wondering, not guessing, clean. Here's where it gets good, though. Go to dudewipes.com/browncard. That's dudewipes.com/browncard, and you can send a brown card and a free sample pack of Dude Wipes directly to a TP user in your life. You know exactly who we're talking about. You're already thinking about him right now. The dry guy who stockpiles toilet paper like it's still 2020. Your buddy who has never once questioned the system. Send them the card. Send them the upgrade. Every squad has one. Do it for the team. Dudewipes.com/browncard. No more butt penalties.
He's never going to play for the 49ers again. And he's crashing out on his current employer. In what industry do you get to crash out on your current employer while you... Let me talk crazy about Premier. Let me talk crazy about, Scott. Let me talk crazy about Fox Sports Radio and say, yeah, y'all let me go so I could go to ESPN and do radio there. In what world does that exist where you could do that, mean it, put it out there continuously, and think that you're going to get the do you not remember or recall how hard it was to make it to where you are? And then on top of that, to put yourself in a position to get a really, really nice, handsomely paid contract with guarantees? Did you not forget that you disqualified your guarantees?
He lost $26 million, dude.
It's not a healthy situation. And it's one where you got to first want help in order to receive help. This is not about football. This is about the mental and emotional welfare and health of Brandon Ayuk. And he may not realize it. He may not see it. He may not be there. I hope he gets through it. I hope he is able to stabilize his emotions and his mental health and see things for what it was. This is a bad moment in his life. It's a bad moment in his career. And until he starts to have the conversations where you can hear that growth, where you can sense, like, yeah, he found if it hit him. I don't care. Jonas, he's putting it out on social, so I'll say this. I don't care if he breaks down and cries on social and says, I'm sorry for how I've acted. I got to get this thing right. I got to get it together. And I got to figure out what I'm doing with the rest of my career and the rest of my life. That now signifies a change. There's a moment. And you can get behind that moment. But how many times have we seen a guy do that? You're being outright and you're being forthright with information of this, which is confrontational. It's adversarial. But what about making it about having the grace for yourself? What about moving forward and being more with who you are. That to me is that's the bigger conversation here.
Well, you remember Brandon Marshall, the receiver. He went,
he's one.
Yeah, he was one who just attacked
and he still
it and said,
fights. And
he
still fights
and attacked it and said, "Hey, listen, I've got an issue, and I'm going to speak about it, and I'm going to use my voice to spread the word, and I'm going to continue my career." And he had a great career. Man, you look at Brandon Marshall.
And people like him to this day.
And I know, listen, he gets a lot of blowback because of what, how he, he's got his kid running at 2 a.m. It's like, okay, I get it. Whatever you feel that. But that's an example of somebody who's like, man, I had
But
some
you'd have a
stuff going
problem
on.
if his kid was locked up for stabbing somebody or like, come on.
I think that it's a pretty simple conversation to have with yourself if that's what we're doing here. If you're Brandon Ayuk,
You would think it would be.
So the conversation is, what do I want to happen? Well, I want out of San Francisco. Okay, what would be the easiest way for me to get out of San Francisco? Well, I would say to make sure that you're not doing this and make you palatable and interesting to a team to want to acquire you. Because also, it's the Dan Patrick Show here on Fox Sports Radio.
That's funny that you playing this song.
LaVar Arrington, Brady Quinn, Jonas Knox, in for Dan and the guys. Coming up top of next hour, a little over 12 minutes from now. If you want a red ass in your life, especially at this time in the morning, Pete Prisco's here. And we're going to ask Pete Prisco what he's done to get out of a ticket before as an NFL reporter. We'll get into that for you again coming up here a little over 12 minutes from now. Before we get to another edition of What the Hell Are You Watching, want to let you know that you can watch us on YouTube. Just search 2 Pros FSR within YouTube. Again, that's 2 Pros FSR. Hit the subscribe button. After you've done that, tap the thumbs up icon. Comment away whether you agree or disagree. Let us know what you think. Again, just search 2 Pros FSR on YouTube and subscribe. And away we go with another edition of What Are You Watching, where we go around and we find out a lot about members of this show and a man who's got a full clip. No John Morant pun intended. The one and only birthday boy, LaVar Arrington.
I mean, y'all don't want to go first? You guys go first.
I watched the Cubs.
Okay, that was it, huh?
That's what I watched.
Oh, nice walk-off last night.
You like
How about
that?
Cubbies? Yeah.
Yep. Little Seiya Suzuki, deep to the wall. Guy caught a glove full of ivy. And next thing you know, the Cubs have won it again. They've
nice.
turning things around, man. Took 2 or 3 from the Brew Crew in Milwaukee, Wrigley North. Big time.
That's nice, man.
Yeah.
What about you, Q?
Shoot, man. I haven't been watching much of anything. Just some World Cup, honestly. I usually watch like live sporting events. I really can't get into shows. I just don't have time to really care, honestly.
Huh.
It's
a great point.
I just don't care.
All right, well, I'll take so obviously House of Dragons aired on Sunday, so we knocked that one down. That was I'll say they came out the gate like, you remember how Mike Tyson used to like wipe his feet and then come to the center of the ring and then somebody get their ass knocked out in the next few seconds to a few minutes. That's how House of Dragons has come out in this season 3, I believe, of House of Dragons, which is obviously the spinoff to Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
They've been getting at it.
Right out
the gate.
Yeah.
Right out the gate. Also watch Love Island. Love Island is again, it's cringe entertainment. Like it just is. You're watching these young cats kiss each other in the mouth the whole time. You're cringed out. You're grossed out. They're sucking each other's toes. They freaking one another. And really all it does for me is give me an opportunity to think about how much I don't miss being young in some instances. Sometimes you want to go back. Love Island makes you appreciate being older.
Can I ask a question about Love Island? So, just so I'm clear, are they on an actual island?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're in Fiji.
And all right, so they're in Fiji, and then, like, how do you get eliminated? What disqualifies
It's
you
wild
from the
because
competition?
there's not very many eliminations that take place, but every once in a while they have eliminations where, like, you do coupling. Then you have terminology like coupling means that you know they'll ask you want to sleep with me tonight, not like that way, but sleep in their bed, and you could still be sleeping in somebody's bed and coupled with somebody and not be closed. So closed and open means I'm sleeping in your bed and we're hanging out, but I'm still open to having conversations and talking to other girls or other guys in the villas.
So nobody's getting cracked.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, they are?
Oh, there's cracking taking place, too.
Wow.
Smash, crack, flip it up, rub it up. Like, they're freaks. They're freaking off up in there. They're freaking.
All right.
They're freaks.
I have no idea.
And that's what you get when you watch Love Island is like there's this entertainment idea of it where it's like a very, very very niche type of show. And it's like you got serial daters, and so now you start picking favorites. Like, oh, I like this person. Oh, they seem like a good couple. I wouldn't have expected this connection. This, that, this. She's a hoe. Oh, he's a gigolo. Like you like start like judging people, all kinds of different.
What's the
things
difference
in the show.
between Love Island and The Bachelor or The Bachelorette?
Because The Bachelorette and The Bachelor are more geared towards one person trying to find love with a whole bunch of different people. Like in this one, it's like it's 5-on-5 or 6-on-6, right? And so, at times, like you're looking at the homie, like you're my homie. Oh, you're my homie. We got tight in here and we're cool, but I want to talk to your chick. So now you got to try to figure out how to navigate that. And then they'll do weird things like they do these competitions. But so they put the boys in one villa, had the girls that they were dating in another villa. And they'll do weird things that are like skewed against the boys. Like the boys were in the villa. They brought new girls in. They were supposed to do a date with the girls they're in the villa with currently. They take them out of the current villa, put them in a different villa, and brought in a whole entire different group of girls. Now, there's a term for them. They're called bombshells.
Oh.
They're called bombshells, right? So they bring in the bombshells, and they come in, they shake things up, and they had them on camera talking about, oh, it's later for my girl back in the other villa, and the girls is watching it. Their gift was to open this box, and it revealed a big ass screen that showed them reacting to the bombshells that came in. Okay, but
Thriller in the Villa.
But we don't have much time, so I got to switch shows on y'all. I've been watching documentaries. All right, Earth, Wind, and Fire. Did not know that Maurice White was as gifted and as talented an artist as he was. Blew me away how gifted he was.
Last name, man.
And how talented White. Yeah. All right. And didn't want to get married. Like he had a life partner, but just said he wasn't marriage material. And ended up having like 2 kids. And anyways, that was interesting. Then I watched another one on Guns N' Roses, and your boy Axl Rose was a menace. Dude was a menace.
Yeah.
I mean. Yeah. And the fact that I knew Guns N' Roses was big, but I didn't realize how big they really like these dudes were like. Axl didn't want to do a show. Cats rioted, like straight riots, like riot.
I think it was Montreal when they opened for Metallica. He just decided not to do it.
I'm just not doing it. I'm out.
Yeah,
and they tore it down.
Yeah.
Last one, because I know we're up on it. Journey. I watched a documentary on Journey. I thought that was pretty interesting as well. And Princess Diana, and basically it came from their house media, and they basically did this whole thing that shows that she was probably murdered, but at the end of it they tell you just accept the fact that she died in a horrific car accident. And that'll do it for all the shows I've watched this week.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah, Diana was just in a car accident. No foul play. Just forget about it.
We are Fox Sports.
It's Two Pros and a Cup of Joe, Fox Sports Radio.
You ready? Yes!
No pain, no gain, and I have dished out a lot of pain.
I played the game. The rules are still the same.
Hey, America, you want some sports? We got it for you.
Two Pros and a Cup of Joe is three guys talking sports, having some fun, and a great way to wake up in the morning.
Hey, listen, there's a lot of stats for us to get through right now.
We're here to break it all down for you.
I always hear that defense wins championships, but LaVar, I can't help but notice that the W-2s for the quarterback look a lot higher.
That's because we're worth it.
You gotta be kidding. It's just one of those shows that gives you that feeling of, I'm talking to my friend anywhere you may be, a sports bar, a living room. As different as we are, it works.
When he scores his first touchdown, what will the celebration be?
It might just be a spike.
Yes.
He's going to derobe first.
Jeez.
They set their wedding date on the day of the Super Bowl, and the groom's trying to move the wedding now to get out of it so he can go see the game. Is he in the wrong here?
Let that man use them tickets.
Unbelievable.
We're like those three best friends that grew up together.
We've developed a chemistry. In case you missed it, LA's finest, that's right, everybody's favorite. Apparently had a few too many drinks last night. This guy's got a little bit of an issue here, huh?
Call a taxi.
I hear he has a weird infatuation with elevator rides.
Here we go.
We're three brothers and we look identical.
Oh, wow. Really?
I totally agree.
Yeah. Wrap it up, let's go.
My guys.
Yes! Two Pros.
And a Cup of Joe.
More sports, more fun.
DP.
Dan Patrick.
Welcome to the Dan Patrick Show.
We are the most unathletically decorated show in radio history, I think.
America's most revered sports talk show.
Respect the position that you have.
But today, Dan Patrick and the four Danettes are not here. So sitting in for Dan Patrick and hosting the Dan Patrick Show, it's Jonas Knox, LaVar Arrington, and Brady Quinn.
It is the Dan Patrick Show here on Fox Sports Radio. LaVar Arrington, Brady Quinn, Jonas Knox, in for Dan and the guys. You can find us on the iHeartRadio app. You can always find us on hundreds of affiliates all across the country. If you're listening on the podcast, we appreciate you doing so. And you can follow along on YouTube at 2ProsFSR. That's at 2ProsFSR. And you can hang out with us here as we take you all the way up until the end of this hour, noon Eastern time, 9 o'clock Pacific. And it is time for a Tuesday tradition on our show. So you hear us weekday mornings before the Dan Patrick Show. And every Tuesday, we have the man himself, the smooth operator, the one and only Pete Prisco, senior NFL columnist for CBS Sports HQ analyst. Get him on X at Prisco CBS. And Pete, good morning. Good talk, Pete. Pete, that's a hell of a...
Where are you, Pete?
All right, Pete, there you go.
LaVar's birthday today? It's LaVar's birthday today?
That is correct.
That's right, yeah.
Happy
Birthday boy.
65th, LaVar.
Thank you, sir.
Whoa. Okay.
No, that's about right. I'm in dog years.
Dang.
And football years.
Yeah, and you don't have to be alone. So we could be 65 together. There you go.
There we go.
Yeah. it's all
Welcome to
good.
my world.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah, what does he have to look forward to, Pete?
I used the pens and Geritol already, and I have gout, so we're good, Pete. Like we can.
Well, I don't have
talk.
any. I can promise you, I don't have any of that. So you don't
whatever,
need to worry about it.
whatever.
No.
You don't have
None
to
of
be
that.
ashamed to be old, Pete. It's okay. We can be old. We can be
I'm not, believe
overweight.
me, I'm not ashamed of it one bit because you know what it is? It's better than the alternative.
There you go. I ain't trying to be in the ground yet. Not yet. How you doing, Pete? I appreciate the birthday gift. How you doing, man?
Yeah, happy birthday.
Wish.
Happy birthday.
Hey, Pete, I was wondering, have you ever name dropped to get out of a ticket before? I don't know why that came to mind,
a great
but I was just
question.
thinking, like, have you ever shown a text exchange with a head coach or something to get out of a ticket before?
No.
Okay.
I have not.
All right. I was just wondering.
I have gotten out of jury duty once.
How'd you pull
but
that off?
No. I knew people.
All right, that's fair. That's fair.
I knew people.
So we're coming towards the end of the old Diana Russini fiasco, correct? We're about at that point with the latest, the body cam footage and all the other things that came along with it.
We're not.
By the time week one comes around, this is going to be an afterthought, correct?
Yeah, I would think so. But I mean, like, are we really going this far into it? I mean, seriously. I mean, did that video, was it really meaningful in telling it all? What did it tell you?
How she handles things, how she gets things done.
Well, I mean, she's on the phone when you're not supposed to be on the phone when you're driving. I guess that's
There you
the law up there. Yeah, I mean, she's violating the law.
Then that makes you wonder what else is she using that she shouldn't be using in the car while
we kind of figured that out already, haven't we? I mean,
well, I'm just saying it's confirmation, you know.
I mean, people just love gossip, don't we? I mean, that's basically what it is.
I mean, yeah, that is
Yes.
what it is.
Yeah. Yes, they do.
I think she should be a contestant on Love Island's next season, Pete. That's what I think.
I don't watch that show. I heard that show's pretty good, though.
It's entertaining. It's cringe-worthy entertainment. That's
Hey,
what I
Pete,
would
on
say.
that note, what do you watch? Because you've told me some in the past. It's kind of interesting.
Like what, Brady?
Well, you watch soap
answer
operas.
the question.
You watch
I
soap
want to hear what
operas.
Brady thinks is interesting. What?
You watch soap operas.
I do. Yeah, absolutely do.
Oh my gosh!
But I don't watch them. I watch
Pete,
them.
you watch stories?
Wait, really?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I've always watched them.
You are old.
No, I've always watched them. By the way, back in the day, they were
Pete
always
watches
watched.
stories.
NFL locker rooms watched them all the time.
Don't
back
put
in the
that
day.
on no NFL locker rooms.
Do they
Pete.
really?
Don't put it on NFL locker rooms, Pete. What were you, Days of Our Lives guy? What As the World Turns?
Well, As the World Turns went off the air a long time ago.
All
but I
My
remember.
Children?
Dallas?
No, I didn't watch that one. I watched I watched the CBS soaps.
CBS. What are they? What were the names, Pete?
What a company man you are, Pete.
Way to represent, Pete. That's a
Yeah,
job
Pete,
well
what
done.
a company man.
What, you watched The
No,
Young and the
Young and the
Restless?
Yeah. For years,
There you go, Mark.
I watch the CBS shows.
I remember watching it. My mom used to watch it, and she watched it. David Hasselhoff was on it. Did you know that? He was Snapper. That was his name.
You used to sit there and watch stories with your mom?
Yeah, when I come home from school or something, yeah.
Is that why Hasselhoff was eating hamburgers off the floor later on in life, or no?
I don't think that's why he was doing
okay.
it. He had other issues, I think. By the way, in case anybody's wondering, here's a good Hasselhoff. You know, he once had the #1 song in Germany.
Really?
I mean, he could sing.
And you know,
he was multi-talented. He's multi-talented.
He was a big fan of Hasselhoff, the singer. You know that?
Who knew?
Didn't know that.
Ooga Chaka, Ooga Chaka. Remember that?
Yeah,
song?
I do remember that. Yeah,
that was his.
He remade it. It's if you find that song and play it right now, his version of it, you guys will laugh your asses off.
We're gonna find it. We're gonna try to find it, Pete.
Pete, you're a well-rounded guy, man. I had no idea.
You are, Pete. No one's going to deny that. Hey, Pete, who do you think you're most like of all the soap operas, of all the characters? Who is most like you?
Well, not in the soap operas, but in my in TV. My wife always tells me I'm a cross between Larry David and Al Bundy.
Oh God.
Oh, okay.
Al Bundy's a good dude in real life, man. Really love.
I heard he is.
Oh,
I heard he is.
super
He's a former football
good
player.
dude.
He was drafted.
From West PA, I believe. Actually,
yeah, he was drafted.
Yeah.
And by the way, that's kind of, she's not wrong about that, by the way, because I got a little Larry. I'll say things to people that I probably shouldn't say, and then I got a little Bundy in me. So yeah, I would.
So Archie Bunker in there too.
No,
no, that's too hardcore for you.
That's too hardcore.
All right. Well, this isn't hardcore, is it? What about this, Pete?
Oh, there you go, Pete.
What about that, Pete?
Is that the Hoff version?
Yes, it is. Who else could that be singing?
God. Sounds like
Turn it up, Mark. Turn it up, Mark.
Sounds like Cher.
By the way, the video is even worse.
What a voice, though, on the Hoff.
Oh, my goodness.
He can sing.
This guy's a triple threat. He can sing, he can act.
He's a triple threat. Come on, Hasselhoff.
Wow, what a bad song.
He always looked a little like Dan Marino back in the day.
He did.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, he did.
Good call.
A better look at Dan Marino, but yeah.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
That's what I want to say.
Dan Marino's a good-looking dude, man.
Hey, can we?
I'm not discounting it.
Them
David Hasselhoff's
golden flowy locks. Nah.
Hey, can we make this Pete's intro song moving forward instead of Smooth Operator? Can we get Hasselhoff's Ooga Chaka?
Yes.
Yeah, that works.
All right. Can I steer us back on track here?
Yeah, please. Enough's
Pete,
enough.
I realize you're a football guy. I'm a football guy. But I do think we can both appreciate the fact that, like, and maybe you're not a fan of the shootout, as far as like there being overtime, something else.
God.
It creates so much suspense. Why can't the NFL figure out a better way of creating more drama for overtime?
Like?
Well, we basically come down to we've shortened
point contest.
No, I'm not advocating for that. I'm not advocating for that. But wouldn't you rather see like a play from the 5? Wouldn't you rather see like each team gets one, that's it? Wouldn't you rather see something like that? And you could say it sounds gimmicky, but the truth of the matter is there is like, and you got to end the game at some point, and there's just not a lot of suspense to the way overtime's done nowadays.
What about running people over, like that new game they got, the sport they got out, the Polynesians and the Tongans be playing? What about that? Like you get like 5 guys and you line them up at one on the 10-yard line, one at the goal line, and see if they can get across the goal line. What about that, Pete? That'd be like a shootout.
Well, penalty kicks in soccer is the equivalent of shooting free throws to decide an NBA game in overtime.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Okay, then that might be the case.
Would you want to see that? Come on.
I'll put it this way. I do when there's something on the line, when they can win or lose on one shot. Yeah, I want to see how someone responds.
We saw Wemby fold. He couldn't make free throws down the stretch. That pressure got to him.
I want to see him play the sport. Come on, you don't want to see penalty kicks.
But they
played for 2 hours. Like at some point, if they can't figure it out, you got to end it sometime.
They couldn't get it done, Pete.
Hey, go look at some of the hockey games, and playoff hockey games have gone for like 6 periods or stuff. I remember
first off, Pete, that's a terrible example because they even
were playing somebody. It went like 6 periods.
Pete,
what?
They even have changed the rules to finish it. When they go 3-on-3.
No, not in the playoffs. They don't.
The playoffs, they don't. But I'm saying, like, I'm talking about first off.
Well, this is the playoffs, isn't it?
They do it in the regular season. That's what we're talking about.
No, but I'm saying in the playoffs they keep playing. This is the playoffs for soccer, is it not?
You can make it the case for that, sure. But I'm saying at some point you have to end the game.
Well, then they don't end the game in hockey. They keep playing until they end the game.
Okay. All right. But you know what? I take it back. You were possibly the worst person to ask that question to. My apologies.
Keep them playing until they drop.
Hey, Pete, I want to go back to Diana Russini and revisit that because she basically said that
all the way to week 1.
She said that 9 stank as a quarterback and they needed to fix it. That the police officer agreed. I mean, does this further confirm that it's over for J.J. McCarthy in Minnesota as a starting quarterback?
Well, I mean, okay. First off, I never thought he was that good to begin with. A. B, I didn't think that he played very well when he played. C, he went out and got Kyler Murray for a reason. And here's the other part of the equation. Everybody always says Kevin O'Connell fixes every quarterback there is. Oh, my God, look what he did. Sam Darnold, look what he does. Oh, he didn't fix J.J. McCarthy, has he? So either J.J. McCarthy is that bad or Kevin O'Connell isn't the guy that everybody says he is and can fix everybody. So it's got to be one or the other. I think Kyler Murray's the starting quarterback. I think he should be the starting quarterback. And J.J. McCarthy, to me, was just a bad pick by the Minnesota Vikings. And I've said it many a time, and I'll sit here and continue to say that.
Whose pick was it?
Probably, to be honest with you, I bet it was Kevin O'Connell's pick.
Ooh. I mean, so it wasn't the GM that got fired?
Well, I'm sure they both were in collaboration, but I mean, I think Kevin O'Connell had influence on it. I mean, let's be real. He's the head coach of that football team. He's an offensive guy. He knows quarterbacks. You don't think he had influence into who was being picked? Come on.
Sure. We've had this conversation before, which you've taken the other side of this. But that being said.
In what way?
Well, let's say he wanted to go up and get Drake May, and they couldn't. Like, do you view it different? Like they felt like they just needed to take a quarterback then? Or they just botched the situation altogether?
Quarterback panic is a thing, Brady. You've seen it. It happens all the time.
But it's irrelevant to the conversation of they are where they are because they made the pick. And clearly there's you would know this from going to the combine. There's a different pecking order for how everyone ranks the quarterbacks, right?
Correct.
Like this past year, was it a consensus that it was Mendoza 1 and then Ty Simpson 2, et cetera?
Pretty much.
Now, do you think next year is going to be that way?
No, I don't. Although my personal feeling is right now, Arch is going to end up being number one.
CJ Carr. It'll be CJ Carr.
CJ Carr's a good player, Brady. I love CJ Carr.
It's not biased. Anyone who watches him throw it, look at what Todd McShay just said for the Manning Passing Academy.
No, with you. I'm with you 100%. I think I keep mentioning him to a bunch of people, and they keep shooting me down. I go, you're wrong. A kid can play. I'm with you. 100%. I love CJ Carr. I think he has a chance to be the number 1 overall pick. No question about it.
Oh, wow.
But I think there's going to be a lot of guys jockeying for that. Don't you? Wouldn't you agree?
Will Sorsby have a horse in the race?
I think he'll be back in it next year. But I think his problem will be, what have you seen from me lately? And you know how that works.
Of course.
I mean, look at Mendoza. Mendoza went soaring up the board because he played so well last year. But if he hadn't played, where would he have been drafted? So I think that matters. But Sorsby will be in the draft next year, I think.
Pete Prisco, senior NFL columnist for CBS Sports HQ analyst, joining us here on Fox Sports Radio. Get him on X at Prisco CBS. It's 2 pros and a cup of Joe in for the Dan Patrick Show. Now, every year you release your top 100. What was the name, or at least the name, or maybe the name that was left off that you've gotten the most heat for on your top 100 list on CBS?
I haven't really gotten heat for guys left off. I've gotten more heat for where I put guys.
Drake May?
Well, I mean, him.
You caught some flack for Drake May being, you had him at 61?
Yeah, where would you put him? No, I had him at 50, what was it? Yeah, 61.
61. I would have him higher than 61. I mean, he did play in the Super Bowl.
I also feel like
so did Trent Dilfer and so did Brad Johnson. They were never in the top 100.
Hey, Pete, Does the running back, the position devalue them in your rankings? Is that why you have Bijan at 17 and McCaffrey at 19?
No, it doesn't devalue them, but I also had
21st.
Saquon Barkley third last year, and look what happened to him. So,
but that's not a direct reflection on your pick. Jeez. You're looking back on what he did, right?
Yeah, I mean, look, Bijan Robinson is a great player. I just the value of the position, like you said, this isn't based on value of the position. Otherwise, you have all quarterbacks in the top 10.
Well, you have a lot of quarterbacks in the top 10.
No, that's not right. And you were waiting for a reaction.
You have a lot of quarterbacks in the top 10.
I have 5 in the top 10, and you know what? Okay. If you went on value of the position, if you went on MVP value, you'd have 10 of them.
Well, I have yet to see a quarterback throw the ball to himself, as Giselle said, or hand the ball off to himself.
But it doesn't matter. They're the most valuable players on every
that's
team.
What we deem them to be. That's what society has chosen.
Not deem them to be. It's what they are.
That's what society has chosen.
Society, yeah.
Look, I'm going to give you an example. Myles Garrett was the best player in the NFL last year, and his team stunk.
You just gave the example of Trent Dilfer and Brad Johnson. Stop what you're doing right now. Stop that. Okay, but it does not take a quarterback to be the best player, the most valuable player for them to win. Look, Darnold just won one.
You going to take that?
You know what it took for Trent Dilfer to win? The greatest scoring defense in the history of the league in a 16-game season.
Okay,
that's what it took.
And you saw that with the Seahawks last year with the dark side, the black side.
Right. And by the way, and Sam Darnold wouldn't be one of the 10.
All right. Well, don't act like you just always it has to be a quarterback.
Pete,
that's the most important position.
What's your criteria? Is it based on the previous year, or is it just?
It's kind of based on both going into next year. And by the way, I will say this: it was tougher this year because of so many guys coming off major injuries. That was tough to do because we assume guys are going to be back. We assume they're going to be the same player, but you never know. And I'll give you an example. Neighbors was tough because he just had another procedure done. Yeah. That was a tough one for me.
Sure.
Malik Neighbors. And so we don't know where he's going to be. If he's healthy, he's a top 100 player, and I put him in here, but I put him low on the list. If he's healthy, he's much higher on the list.
Do you have Ayuk on the list
this year? What's that?
Do you have Brandon Ayuk on the list?
No, he wouldn't be on the list if he was healthy.
Oh, wow.
Okay. So
you're
here's
a
what
hater,
I find,
Pete.
Here's what I find rather interesting. Pete, do you know who your biggest leap of a player is from last year to this year on this list?
Matt Stafford.
So think of a guy. No. Think of a guy who was not ranked last year. Matt
Stafford wasn't ranked last year because he was. I had him. I thought he was. Remember, there was talk about retirement, so I didn't rank him.
Huh.
Okay, but if he wasn't going to retire, would you have put him in the top 100?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. All right, so you just thought he wasn't going to play the following year.
Right.
But he wasn't good enough to be in the top 100 even with that question mark?
Yeah, jeez. All right.
Pete is a tough crowd, boy.
He is. So here's my question. You had a guy who 2 years ago made a Pro Bowl. He caught for over 1,100 yards, and you didn't have him ranked. And that's Jackson Smith and Jigba, who you now jumped from unranked to 13th.
Dang.
Why didn't you have him ranked the year before?
Well, because he wasn't a top 100 player in my book last year.
He was a Pro Bowl caliber player.
Was he the best receiver on his team that year?
For the Seahawks?
Yes.
I mean, it's debatable, yeah.
I mean, wasn't Metcalf on that team that year?
So what?
Yes, but I think he had a pretty good season too. They can't both be in your top 100. We had a lot of spots here, Pete.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to make the top 100, Brady. Think about that. Think about that.
Everybody can't do it.
I mean, come on, it's Pete's list.
Everybody can't do it.
If there's 32 teams and there's 100 spots, that's maybe, a little over 3 per team. So, and if you have a team that has 6 or 7, that limits your pool.
Well, that's all the owners pay, so it shouldn't be that hard. I guess just look at the contracts and put the highest contracts on your list, right?
I mean, no, that's not who I put on the list.
I'm just saying, but if we're doing it by 32 teams, just look that you probably get 2 to 3 guys that are getting top contracts on the team.
Pete, who did it pain you to put on the list that you didn't want to, but you kind of had to?
Yeah, that's a good one. Tell the truth,
Nobody.
Pete. Pete, tell the truth.
Come on, Pete. There's one.
No, there's not. I don't have disdain for anybody. No.
Nobody said disdain, Pete. We said getting bribed. Who bribed you? Who bribed their way to a spot, a number? I would have paid if I was aware of these things. I would have paid
I
for
feel
it.
like it was a quarterback. There had to have been someone. I don't know if it was, lower on the list. You've got Bo Nix. You've got Jalen Hurts.
No, they deserve to be on the list. Nobody really. People.
You still
You're thinking of someone. You still want to say it.
No, I saw that Bryce Young was on the NFL Network's top 100 list. He wasn't on mine.
I knew it. You're holding against him because of his height. You always do this.
Why do you height shame people, Pete?
Do you think Bryce Young is a top 100 player?
I don't know. He led his
That
team
second
to playoffs
half of the
last year.
season.
Oh, please stop it.
You, Pete, you had Jaden Daniels ahead of Caleb Williams coming off last year.
Well, you got to at least complete 60% of your passes.
Don't you have to play 60% of your games though?
Yeah, well, I mean, guys get hurt. You got to take that into account. But
Pete, are Sam Darnold and Brock Purdy that close? I mean, they're close in your list, but are those two quarterbacks that close in your mind?
Right now they are, but you know what? I think Jaden Daniels is a better player.
No, not Jaden Daniels. I'm saying Sam Darnold and Brock Purdy.
Are they close? Yeah.
Well, you got them close to your list. I'm asking if you in reality think they're that close.
Yeah, I think they're close.
Okay.
I think Sam Darnold. Look, I was one of his biggest critics, and he made me look bad, and I got to give him credit for it. He ended up playing good 2 years in a row, and he won a Super Bowl. So kudos to him.
Yeah, eat that, Pete.
I was wrong. I can say when I'm wrong. Unlike a lot of people.
Eat that, Pete.
Pete, always a good time. If you'd like to see Pete's list, his top 100, you can go to his X account at Prisco CBS. It is linked up there.
And if you want to see his favorite, stories and go to CBS.
That's right.
Watch The Young and the Restless.
Senior NFL columnist for CBS Sports, CBS Sports HQ analyst. Thanks, Pete. We'll do it again next week.
You got it, guys. Take care.
There he is, the great Pete Prisco with us here on Fox Sports Radio. We are brought to you by Incogni. Every scam starts with one thing, your personal info being available to the wrong person. So what Incogni does, they contact hundreds of data brokers and legally force them to remove your information. They can't spam you if they can't find you. And right now, get 60% off with an exclusive deal at Incogni.com/Jonas. Take back your privacy. That's Incogni.com/Jonas. And up next, we are going to tell you about how the evidence pretty overwhelming against somebody in the world of sports. That's yours right here on Fox Sports Radio. But the Cup knockout round is now, and DraftKings has you covered for every single match. The DraftKings app is now available in all 50 states and includes all markets, bringing the game straight to your fingertips, wherever you are. New DraftKings customers sign up with code Patrick, spend $5 to get $200 in rewards within 21 days. That's code Patrick in partnership with DraftKings. The crown is yours.
Bet with DK Sportsbook. Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 1-800-MY-RESET. Connecticut. Call 888-789-7777. Visit ccpg.org. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino in Kansas, bet tax pass-through may apply in Illinois. 21 plus. Void in Canada. Event contract trading with DraftKings predictions involves risk of loss. Availability varies. Bet to get bonus bets that expire in 7 days. Trade to get
in order to get out of a ticket, FaceTimed the head coach of the Cops' favorite team, just to prove what she did for a living and to use that as some sort of a play to get out of this ticket. She talked about it as much, I believe, with Stu Gotts of Fox Sports Radio and sort of told the story. And, I had to do it. It worked, got out of the ticket. As it turns out, that didn't happen. That did not happen. In fact, what did happen was the body cam footage of the encounter was released yesterday. And so because of that, we now have what really went down. There was no FaceTime. There was no conversation with the head coach, putting the cop on FaceTime to let her out of the ticket. Instead, it sounded a little something like this.
So, you're not going to care. I'm an NFL reporter. I just broke that Sean McDermott got fired from the Bills, and that is what I was just sending a tweet. I was going to pull over because I have to make calls.
Okay.
I know you don't care, but I'm just letting you know my reason why.
Okay.
It was a work thing, and it was an emergency. I cannot believe it. You know who was on the phone with?
Who?
Brian Gable, because he lost the job.
Oh, okay.
So you can make the connection. Are you a fan of Giants or Jets?
I'm not a fan of either. So.
What is your team?
I'm a Vikings fan, unfortunately. Let's see it.
Can you see the name?
Oh my God, KOC?
See what I said? Look what I said to him though just now. Go to the bottom.
Oh my God. Wow, pretty cool.
Dude, I love the Vikings. They're awesome. KFC's awesome.
Yeah, he seems like a good
Your
dude.
quarterback sucks, though.
Yeah, so he's got to get it. He's got to fix it. Listen, I'm going to cut you a break on the cell phone. I understand your job requires you to be on the phone a lot.
I know.
Just try to wait till you get home, okay? Yeah, keep me updated with the Vikings, okay? Let me know if KOC's going to get a new quarterback in. Of course. All right, man. Take care.
Kevin O'Connell's got to be like, dude, can I get away from this, please? Like,
I don't want to be a part of this.
Like, what? Please leave me alone.
Two things. I'll first address the bet. I actually think, LaVar, this is the worst thing for your bet because now we're starting to get to the point where we're getting the low-hanging fruit.
It's gimmicky. Yeah,
and
you're
beyond
right.
that, I would actually go back and say it takes away even more to her credibility in a couple of ways for me. One, the whole thing's cringe. She sounds cringe, the way she talks, like even in a manner like that, to, however you feel about a player in the NFL, to sit there and say stuff like that, like, come on. You don't need to say that, don't need to do that to get out of the ticket or whatever's happening. The other thing is she lied about it. Like from her own account when she was on Stu Gotts and Company, good friend, obviously, of Fox Sports Radio.
What up, Stu?
Back in February, she's the one that recounted that she got pulled over for texting and driving and asking the officer his favorite NFL team. It follows this entire storyline, and then said she was FaceTiming with an unnamed coach. That was what was reported in the New York Times. But that was coming from her own admission of this in an interview. So what we've come to find out now is not only is she not really even credible about half the crap she says, she has zero integrity for how she was going about reporting it. So this whole thing to me, it's like, if people want to keep reporting on this stuff, whatever. I don't think it makes it to week one, even more so. I'm just done with it. I'm done with the whole thing. I don't care. I don't know that anyone cares anymore. Let the people kind of move on. It's over for me. It's done.
She's just a convivial person, man. Like what's wrong with her being nice and approachable? I mean, it's better than the other. It's better than being a well,
hold on for a second. Do you think, did you hear what she first said in the beginning of that?
That somebody got
coach who was interested in another job. Do you think that guy who maybe told her that wants that out there?
No, absolutely not. I'm not debating the fact that she was right. I'm just saying she was convivial.
She sounds like a rat.
All.
She sounds like a rat. She sounds like I will show you a text exchange between a coach and myself. I'll tell you about another coach I talked about. I'll tell you about a quarterback that sucks.
Well, that sounds like a lot of people out here these days. That sounds like a lot of people out here.
Yeah, but she's a reporter. She's supposed to not have that approach to try and get out of a ticket.
Well, how do you know what her approach has yielded her as a return?
I have a pretty good idea.
Yeah.
Damn.
I mean,
all I'm saying is I'm not condoning what she did, but people say and do things. I'm sure people have done far worse to get out of tickets. That's all I'll say. I've seen it online before too. And I don't know if it's real or if it was just a thought out bit for the video that was posted, but I've seen people do more to get out of paying tickets. We should get him on the hotline. On God.
Nah, he's walking into school.
Oh.
Yeah.
Who has school on the last day of June?
Summer school. Well, some people celebrate it, some people don't. It is the Dan Patrick Show here on Fox Sports Radio. What? I was talking about your
Celebrate
birthday.
school.
I was talking about your birthday. It's LaVar's birthday.
Whatever.
Last day of June.
Don't move the goalpost, bro.
What do you mean?
Don't move the goalpost.
It is the Dan Patrick Show here on Fox Sports Radio. LaVar Arrington, Brady Quinn, Jonas Knox with you in for Dan and the guys. By the way, coming up a little over 15 minutes from now, if you needed to hear something to get you ready for a big time game coming up later on today, we've got it for you. That'll be yours here again a little over 15 minutes from now. The Malik Beasley story is just tremendous. Not a great look for the NBA. I think if anybody who's a conspiracy theorist, this probably gives them a little bit to run on. So the Malik Beasley, he's been indicted on federal charges for gambling related to a sports betting scheme that involved point shaving and prop bets, that according to ESPN. And so then some of the videos of the games in questions surfaced on social media yesterday, and it's pretty hard to argue with all that was going on. Some of the message exchanges via Snapchat between him and other people. There was one game in particular. I think Brady, you might have sent me the video where the spread was it like 7.5, and they were down by
8.5.
Yeah, and they were down by 9, and he took the ball and sprinted from one end of the floor to the other for a layup. And once you see that, you go, oh, okay. Yeah, that's as blatant as it gets to cover the spread.
The worst one that I believe was on the indictment was his prop bet of over 3.5 rebounds. And this one was interesting because as you go through the course of the game and the different clips that were put out there, you do see something that looks like a player who's very eager to try to get that 4th rebound. And it was pretty elusive for him. I mean, even at times almost boxing out his own player to make sure he got it. But lo and behold, a missed shot with about, 4 seconds, 3 seconds left, maybe less than that, might have been like 0.3 seconds. He was able to haul in that 4th rebound and hit the over. So there was a number of allegations out there against him, but man, it looks damning. I mean, it looks damning for a league that, typically in blowouts or in certain cases doesn't have players show that much effort. It looked like a guy who was trying to accomplish like a very specific thing in that game.
All I'll say is at what point, how long has there been people getting caught gambling?
Getting caught or doing it?
Getting caught. Does it go beyond before Pete Rose? Like, how far back does getting
the Black Sox scandal?
Why you look at me like that when you said Black Sox like that? I don't know, because you put a lot of emphasis on black before you said Sox, and then you turned and looked at me real quickly, like I was.
It's radio. I don't see color.
Like I was going to react to you saying it. That like, oh yeah. The most horrible one and far away one was the Black Sox.
Your shirt's white.
Yeah, it is. At what point do we start to say these people need psychiatric evaluations?
Oh, come on.
You have got to be one of the most disconnected, ignorant, I don't know. There's a lot more there's a lot more I could use, but maybe it's not appropriate for radio. At what point in time do you realize that gambling and athlete, whether pro or college, it's not a mix. It's not a fix. Now, it can't be.
So there's another name. Apparently, Jimmy Butler's best friend Ernie. They call him Ernie. Apparently he's been implicated in this to where he was sort of the middleman between players and gamblers. Now there's people that are sniffing around Jimmy Butler. I mean, that's just one of the things that's out there.
I just don't understand why wouldn't you just gamble on things that you can legally gamble on? Like, again, I'm trying to understand what is the infatuation with doing this when it can cost you everything?
Well, but you could say the same thing about any bad habit, any drug addict, anything. You look at it and go, what's the appeal to lighting the bottom of a spoon?
You're making
out in public.
That's legit. That's hardcore legit.
Well, okay, yeah, but I don't get it.
But what I'm saying is, okay, these people that are doing that, outside of like LT and them who might have done it, but which makes it worse. I think it makes it far worse when you have so much to lose. Okay. Like those people you're talking about, what do they have to lose? They're trying to escape the reality because their reality stinks. What are these guys trying? What are you trying to escape reality for? And you know what? If whatever that reason is, good.
I don't know what
just step away so somebody else can have your roster spot.
I mean, I don't know what you're trying to push, but Brady and I always believe that everybody's equal. Now, I would say this.
Yeah, you could be equal, but you don't equally have as much to lose, or some people don't gain as much as others.
Did you guys see what the MLB Players Association?
Up top boys. Y'all tripped out.
First off, I am not co-signing on anything he's saying right now. He's trying to entice me to chime in on his.
Yes, he is. He's looking for the up top support.
So let me ask you guys this then. All right, so the MLBPA, apparently one of the things that they're pushing for in the new negotiation to get a deal done is they want to ban all prop bets made available to Major League Baseball games, because to sort of counteract some of the harassment and things that these players are getting online from people that are betting on these prop bets. And I look at that and I go, yeah, that's a nice thought, but you're not going to be able to scumbag proof everything. You're just not. There's going to be people who are going to be pissed off that you cost them a bet. They're going to say mean things. They're going to do bad things. The real problem is, do you have players that are betting on themselves or betting in the midst of actual games going on? And Major League Baseball has had it, and so has the NBA. I don't think that the problem is gambling and accessibility to gambling. I think the problem is you've got dirtbags who are in the vicinity of this, just like you always do. And so this whole idea that, well, what do you expect when gambling companies get involved? And I don't know, like I've said this before, there's a liquor store 10 feet away. I didn't just go during the break to go buy a bottle of booze. Like, you have choices to make. These guys make bad choices. I think you punish the individual. You don't throw everything away just based on a couple of bad choices by these guys. How about that?
To that point, I would just say this. Even if you eliminate the prop bets, there's still going to be the possibility of guys, point shaving or doing something to hurt the outcome of the game, which you could actually make the case is a bigger deal, because ultimately that's what people probably care about most. Where if a guy's trying to get the over 3.5 rebounds, all right, I mean, that might be good for his team, right? I mean, ultimately, the more rebounds he's getting, probably the more possessions they're getting, the better off that is. So I don't know that getting rid of prop bets is going to stop this sort of thing. It's always existed to some degree. For LaVar's, I guess, question or comment in regards to, why they would do something like this. It's because we're humans and it's money. And once you get some money, you want more money. If you can find a way of manipulating the system to get more money easily and so forth, like, people do it. They do it all the time. It's not just in sports. I mean, look at the stock market. There's people who trade off insider information all the time. So, this isn't unique just to sports with people trying to bend the rules or find ways around it to make more money. That's always existed. I firmly believe that the only way you can get rid of it, or at least eliminate a portion of it, is you have to make it where it's a lifetime ban. Like, there's no questions about it. You do it once, you're out. The risk becomes so great that either the reward has to become equally as great, or it's never going to be worth it, right? Like, that's the only way, I think, is you can create a deterrent that's so painful or impactful, you can't afford to risk it. And so make whatever rules you want around it. But I think if you create something for the athletes, for the coaches, for the people involved, where if you get caught doing this, you're done. That's it. There's no appeal. There's no review. There's no judge in some district court in Lubbock, Texas or something that's going to be able to save you. That's it. That's the only way that I think you have to use a tactic of scaring people, honestly. That's the only way.
Because they're clearly not scared. This is not
now.
This is not life or death situations for these people, and that to me, it should be a life or death situation. Right. If you want to place this amount of importance on it,
let me put it this way to you: Brendan Sorsby gambled on a bunch of stuff, but also on his own team. All right, he's still going to be able to play in the NFL come the 2027 NFL draft. Like, yeah, he'll go through some rehab, and yes, they took away a season from him where. Look, we don't know what he got paid, but we do know this. Texas Tech didn't claw back whatever they have compensated him. So even for not playing, just for committing to go there, he got paid something. So what was really the lesson that we learned out of that? Like, okay, he lost eligibility for 1 year in college football, and even though it's a big deal, he still has the opportunity to go accomplish his dream of playing in the NFL one day, maybe win a Super Bowl one day. And so as much as it pains for me to say this, because these are also young people, even though he's 22, he's not that young, there should be more thought and consideration to even at that level saying, look, kids, don't do this. You do this, you're not coming back from it. Playing in the NFL is not a right. It's a privilege. And you make this sort of mistake, you're not going to be in jail the rest of your life, but you're not going to be playing football. And so it sounds harsh. It sounds like it's over the top. But if you're asking me what is the only way to deter players from doing this in professional sports leagues, even in college, that is probably the direction you have to go. It has to be so painful, they don't even think about doing it. They don't even risk doing it.
And there's got to be examples made. And yeah, I get it, and I'm with you. He's a young guy, got into it, probably got in a little too deep, and maybe he won't ever gamble again. But if you put your fate in somebody else's hands and you let them determine your future for you because of bad choices you make, that's the way it goes.
You put your fate in your hands. You did. You didn't put it in somebody else's hands. You put your own fate in your hands, and then somebody made the fateful decision on what your future is based off of you taking your fate and placing it on a prop bet. That's just strange to me, man. I really don't. I don't comprehend it. I just don't. For as long as people have been getting caught doing it, for as much money as you make playing, you are your bet. You want to bet on something, bet on yourself, and not the way you're doing it, Sorsby. Bet on yourself by putting in the time in the film room, in the weight room, in your conditioning, getting out there and practicing well, learning your habits, executing it in the game so you can win, executing it so you can become an all-pro and an all-American. Bet on your own self that way. Put the investment there. If you got too much time on your hands, that is the playground for bad things to happen.
Yeah.
Take up your time and do something productive with your life. I can't have sympathies for gamblers. I can't do it.
Yeah.
It's not something I can have sympathy for. I'm sorry.
Just a bad look all the way around.
It's a bad look.
Yeah.
Where are you going with this?
We are brought to you by DraftKings. The Cup Knockout round is now, and DraftKings has you covered for every single match. Right now, use the promo code 2pros to claim your special offer at DraftKings. Again, that's promo code 2pros at DraftKings. The crown is yours. Up next,
Jonas Knox.
We will close up shop and get you ready for a major event in the world of sports coming up later on tonight right here on FSR. And all of a sudden, Ja Morant is no longer a member of the Memphis Grizzlies. He was traded yesterday to the Blazers for Jeremy Grant
Show here
and
on
Chris
Fox Sports
Murray.
Radio, but
So Ja Morant, the two-time All-Star, who I would say there was a window of time, most exciting player in the league. By far, his size and stature and the way he could get up and dunk over guys.
Just yamming on dudes.
Oh, my God.
Absolutely
awesome.
mushroom stamping dudes.
Oh, wow.
That's 100% correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
What does that look like?
Does anyone does posterize?
Stamp.
Any poster that you got in your Does anyone remember some of the issues he's been through in the past, like the whole flashing of firearms on IG Live? Or remember when he was fined $75,000 for mimicking shooting gestures during games? And then I guess reportedly there was a pickup game where there was an altercation back in like 2022. And I think he got in a fight. Then he allegedly came back with a firearm around his waist or something, although the judge threw that one out.
I think the guy who was playing was 17. I think it was at his place. It was at John Morant's place, if I'm not mistaken. Which I listen. That one makes sense to me.
Water under the bridge. What I'd like to draw attention to, though, is the difference in gun laws between Tennessee and Oregon. Boy, he's in for a rude awakening if some of those past habits keep up. Pretty sure in Oregon you need to have a universal background check on all sales of the guns. They regulate magazines, and you gotta have a permit to carry there. Where Tennessee has none of that. So,
look, I don't want to. I watched the documentary, the Jailblazers documentary, and I think those guys got a raw deal in a lot of ways. I think there was a lot of people that were uncomfortable with their presence in the Portland community. And I just want to say this. Ja Morant feels like he would have been a perfect member of that team.
Ja Morant was really out there on some gang type stuff, though.
He's
like some street type stuff.
Got an edge to him.
Them dudes wasn't on no street stuff. That's the fun. That's the funny aspect of the fact. Rashid is not. He's not like. That's not how he is.
Bonzi Wells.
Mighty Mouse, that's not how he is. Bonzi Wells, that's not who that. Like, they're not street cats.
That's what they were labeled.
Yeah, I know.
And what did they call it? They called it, was it Lake Black Oswego or whatever it was?
Yes.
Like the Lake Oswego where all those guys live, they called it Lake Black Oswego.
They didn't want nobody black there. They wanted them out of there. You know, they was playing weed in the man's house. They was searching his house, like no warrants, like just breaking into the crib. They was trying to get them up out of there, man. And they weren't even thugs. Like Ja Morant chases that image. They chase that image. The dad, they chase that image, like the rapper, musician, thugged out approach. Like. They really be trying, like, in his accolades that you were giving, Q, you failed to mention when he had all the money on the floor with the one stripper and had all the cash, like, cash rules everything around me in the club. That's part of the accolades, you know?
Yeah. But that's also because in Oregon you can still do that. There's not going to be a drastic change to, that sort of issue.
Okay, that's fair.
Oregon,
that's fair.
Yeah.
I just, I hope, because if you notice, while he was turning into one of the most premier players in the league, the conversations were starting to turn and kind of trend his way. This young man showed a lack of maturity, or maybe a lack of awareness, enough awareness to make it through those times unscathed. And it's unfortunate because his trajectory was so much higher than what it is now. It's like, did we even talk about Ja Morant this year, this basketball season?
No.
Like,
God, no.
He played.
Well, it's his fault, dude. Buy another gun lighter.
He played. Well, I mean, we do know that when cats get uncovered for the stuff that they be doing, they're not the same person. I mean, we saw it happen with Tiger. He's the main one for me. I mean, we saw it happen when people take things away from you, you're just not the same. You try to be different. I don't know if it's the same thing for Ja Morant.
What did they take away from Tiger?
The hose.
Oh, okay. Okay, all right.
They took the hose away from Tiger. Tiger needed them hose, man.
Oh, that's right. Happy birthday to LaVar Arrington.
Thanks, Mark.
June's known for a lot of things around these parts. It's known as LaVar's birthday month.
Yeah, that was nice of you to bring that up.
So happy birthday.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Now, there's been some misinformation out there that it was the 20th. It is not. June 30th.
Yeah, that's the first one. That's the warm-up birthday. That's all. That's the warm-up one.
That's the 10-day warning, letting everybody know.
That's correct.
It is LaVar Arrington, Brady Quinn, Jonas Knox with you in for the Dan Patrick Show. It's been a fun couple of days. Appreciate Dan and crew letting us hang out here. We're going to go back to our normal time slot, which will be before the Dan Patrick Show. Weekday mornings, you can listen to us 6 a.m. Eastern Time, 3 o'clock Pacific, right here on Fox Sports Radio. You can also follow along on YouTube. You've been watching throughout the course of the show at 2 Pros FSR on YouTube. And if you've missed any of today's show, you can check out the podcast. Just search 2 Pros wherever you get your podcast. Right after the show, today's pod will be posted. Be sure to follow it. Rate it 5 stars. You can even provide a review. Again, just search 2 Pros. Wherever you get your podcast, you'll find today's full show and a best of version posted right after we get off the air. All right, so, Brady, we've got some sound to get people ready for a big-time event coming up later on.
Getting ready for the World Cup, Ecuador, Mexico, as I know you're very much invested in that matchup. See?
Oh, God.
This is what it sounded like last night. If you were just trying to, go to sleep and get a little, shut-eye before the big matchup, try to enjoy the day today, this is some of the sounds that you would be hearing outside your hotel.
I mean.
Oh, come on, man.
I mean, we live in L.A. Who? I guess it depends on where you're living.
And let me tell you something.
So you're telling me LA sounds like this at 11 p.m.
Every
night?
Yeah, come on, man.
If you know, you know.
And this is the quinceañera capital of the U.S., Southern California. All right, this is a common occurrence, and I'm letting you know right now.
Cats be happy they made it to Tuesday. They're like, what y'all partying for? Made it to Tuesday. I can't be mad at you. Can't be mad at
Martes. It's just, listen to me. They like to party.
I've heard fireworks all week, all weekend, all week. I don't know about y'all, but I've heard them the whole time.
Well, and also the fact that that 4th of July is on a weekend. It's gonna be even worse this year. To where nobody's working the next day.
You want to come watch fireworks? You know where I live. You know how I got my little deal. We could see them everywhere.
In the Dondo?
We could see the whole California all the way out to like San Bernardino. We could see the fireworks.
Oh man,
you should come hang
right
with
on the
me.
water.
Have your brother come.
Yeah, maybe.
Bring some meat.
I'll bring some
Have him bring
stuff.
bring that smoked meat.
Smoke some stuff. Yeah, they're gonna party their ass off.
That bacon was so fire.
Yeah, it's he knows his stuff. They're gonna party their ass off. And then we got the U.S. is coming up tomorrow, I believe. Correct?
Yep.
Yeah,
Wednesday.
I think the U.S. comes up on Wednesday, and now we get to see they've got Bosnia. And so this is the fun stuff. And then maybe we'll get a couple of penalty kick games later on as well, too. I could just tell you for certain, win or lose, and I know this because I know the in-laws, win or lose, the Mexican fan base is going to find out or figure out a way to light off some fireworks, have a few cocktails, and despite the day, party their ass off. So...
well, happy birthday, VAR.
Happy birthday,
Appreciate
VAR.
y'all, man.
Happy birthday, VAR.
Appreciate y'all, man.
LaVar.
If I don't make it in tomorrow, y'all know why, all right?
Wow.